Yo, what's going on, everybody? Happy 2021. It is pretty much my last live stream for this year right here, man. What a milestone, but we made it. And just want to say shout outs to everybody out there. Um, did not go live last week because of the Christmas holiday. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this live stream tonight because couple things I want to go over tonight in this live stream from my end, and also, I'd love to hear you guys, the guests. If anybody shows up tonight and see what everybody is up to. So, Big John, what's good, man? Thank you for tuning in. Happy 2021, brother. Danzel Curtis, what's good? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Appreciate you stopping by and tuning in with me tonight. Um, Topic of discussion is New Year's resolutions. I know that is pretty much it's pretty very common to hear that from comments from everybody towards the end of the year. But you already know, guys, this is the year, or this is the time of the year where everybody starts to make resolutions for themselves, and also just that whole new year, new me type of vibe is it's gonna get thrown around pretty often. Sixbird 64s, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in tonight. Happy New Year's. Um, so if you guys are looking at the topic of discussion, which is in the description, or on the subject line right here, it is New Year's resolutions and just kind of recapping 2021, and everything that happened with me, this year. And also, for anybody that wants to hop on, or if you guys want to add your comments in the comment box section, please utilize it. By the way, before I go any further into the details of this, hold on, give me a second, guys. The details of this live stream. Just want to say, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. You are catching the last live stream of my channel for 2021. Please consider hitting that like button on this live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. I do a lot of content here, where I just show off everything from my jerseys to my hats to my threads to my pop culture stuff, collectibles, whatever, vintage stuff I dabble myself with. I'm covering it on my channel. So appreciate that. And for anybody that wants to hop on, the link is in the description and in the comment box. Not in the description, in the comment box. Sorry, I'm tripping right now. I feel like this is my first time going live. Let me post the link one more time if you guys want to tap in. There we go. I'm gonna highlight it for a second. If you guys want to hop on, I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, see if anybody wants to hop in, and then if not, it's all good. I'm just gonna start hopping into my goals. I made a list of things that I want to take care of, that I want to go over from my end. But if you guys want to make a list too on your end, please, by all means. Topic is in the description, in the title. Look at it, bro. It's up in there. You could find everything that that I will be talking about tonight. I got something on my watch list right now, and the seller sent me a private offer. I'm tempted if I should get it. Sorry, that's why I'm looking at my phone. You guys know how it is. Come on. Akmal, hello from Malaysia. Hey, salute to you, Akmal, from Malaysia, all the way out from here in the United States, specifically Bay Area, California. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing well out there. I appreciate you coming in here all the way from the other side of the world just to tune in, man. That means so much. Very humbling coming from you guys and you over there, Akmal. So salute to you. Appreciate that. What's up? What up, Akmal? Appreciate it. The title of the video, the live stream, that's the topic, not the description, and I'm talking about the title of the video. Um, what's up?
What up? What up?
What's up, King of COVID? What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
I've been better, man.
Yeah, you all right? You sound kind of under the weather.
Nah, man. I'm just trying to use my sexy voice.
Got you.
Yeah, I had to come support the last live before the year ends, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man.
For real. Yeah, topic of tonight is basically just pretty much New Year's, last live of the night. I was debating about doing a video. I was debating about making this video in the live stream or doing it vice versa, just making a video of it. But I don't know. I still have a couple more days to figure it out, but I decided I will do a live stream and just kind of go over everything, just kind of recapping 2021 and just, seeing what has been accomplished on my end, and also to hear what the guests have accomplished on their end, and what goals they have and what goals I have. That's kind of what this live will entail.
That's what's up, man. Looking forward to it.
So just to kind of start things off on my end, man. So I'm like kind of distracted right now because somebody sent me a private offer on a jersey that I already have, but the jersey that I have is kind of worn, like really worn. So I was like thinking about like buying it again. I mean, it's not that expensive. It's a very inexpensive jersey, but like I don't know. Like I feel I'm trying to stay away from doing that.
Can you say what jersey it is, or is this top secret?
I mean, I don't. It's not a sports jersey if that's what you're.
Oh, okay.
It's just like one of those miscellaneous jerseys that I'm like thinking of buying again. It's like very inexpensive. I mean, it's not gonna break my wallet, but every penny counts. You know what I'm saying?
Shit adds up, man.
It does, and that's kind of part of the mindset of my goal, like one of my goals for 2021. But
what was that? Changing your mindset?
It's just be more like smarter with my purchases and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, like this year, I went heavy with the jersey game. Obviously, like what you did. Yeah, but it's just like being more self-aware of my purchases from here on out. Like, because there was a lot of times where I was buying stuff and not really like that money could have gone towards something else that I could have used. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as it is with most of us, but
yeah, but sometimes you can't live with that regret. You made the purchase, either if it's because something you wanted or it's one of those like spontaneous pickups that it was just a good deal. But for that, it's not 2021 yet. I mean 2022 yet, so you can still fuck up right now and make that purchase.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That's kind of shout out to Danzel, man, showing love to the Ewing squad up in here. But yeah, no, like I hear you. Like that's like one of the things that I was thinking about. I was like, oh man, well, what last minute pickups can I get for the year?
So what was your, I think before moving forward, I think what was your 2021 goals?
In terms of what, like jersey wise, or
just whatever subject you're sticking to. Like, did you accomplish it or did you not stick to your guns?
I mean, from a collection standpoint, I think so.
You went beyond the moon with your collection.
Yeah, no, like it went all over the place. Like, to be honest with you, like I mean, you know me, man. Like originally when I got back into it, I told myself I was only gonna collect my teams, and then I started to kind of venture off with like, okay, well, positions like,
did it start with the LT jersey? I think it started with that Lawrence Taylor jersey.
It did, yeah.
I think that's the first time you got off your lane.
Yeah, that's the jersey that kind of went a little bit like it kind of expanded my search a little bit. and then it started to go off with like player like eras. Like I wanted to collect like 90s, 2000s eras of like the players and stuff like that. So
You was giving yourself categories.
I was, and then like us as all Jersey heads, we start like because I know for you, like you had like your Roberto Clemente like list, and then I remember you had like a list on your whiteboard that you were kind of checking off one by one. And that was kind of I kind of had a similar thing, but it was like based on my criteria.
Right.
And like I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of venture off a little bit because I got players from different eras.
Right.
But I mean, it's just as a collector, I mean that's kind of what happens, like when you start.
What was your pickup? What was your pickup of the year, jersey wise?
Ooh.
I don't know if that's one of your questions later on or something. I don't want to fuck up your rhythm.
Nah, it wasn't one of my questions or one of my goals. But I know that was definitely something that was in the talks with other Jersey heads on YouTube. I know King Leo, obviously.
Oh yeah, top 5. I was just talking about just one jersey, like one pickup.
Oh man, that's hard.
If you can narrow it down to one pickup.
Yeah, that's really tough. Well, I could just tell you from looking at my rack right now, I would say that like one of my top pickups would probably have been it's a toss-up. And to be honest with you, these jerseys are not even of my teams. Like,
if I can guess, I think I don't know if you got it this year. Maybe that D Wade Heat's jersey.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I guess that wasn't part of your top 2.
That wasn't even it, to be honest with you. Right. So okay, I'm gonna narrow it down to 3 jerseys. So it was the Charlie Joyner Chargers jersey, the Mitchell and Ness one,
the blue one, sexy. Yeah.
It was that one. It was the D Wade, or it was, I would say the Spirits of St. Louis Moses Malone, the one.
That you had that back in your collection this year.
I got it this year, yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
I haven't done anything, like I didn't do a video on it because it's still too big. Because I bought it, I think it was a size 52, and
it's still big.
It's still big, yeah. Like I just need to like tailor the width a little bit. The length is okay, but it's more so like the width is just like I have to wear that with like the way it's cut. Like I have to wear it like undergarments like under it.
Right. That I think I've been telling you since day one, man. That jersey deserves a dope video, man.
What up, Swell? Jafari, I appreciate you hopping on, man. If anybody wants to hop on, the link is in the description, or not the description. I keep saying description on the chat. So if you guys want to come in,
you should put it in the description box, though.
Let me see. I don't know if can I do that now? I don't know if I could do that now. That I'm
I don't know. I don't want to fuck up your shit, so I wouldn't try it.
Yeah, maybe on the next live or the first live of 22.
Just put it in there, so it'll just be easier for you. I know you pop. I know you usually just once in a while just pop it up in there.
Yeah, no, for sure. But if you guys want to check out the link is right there on my screen if you guys want to hop on. But let me go in order right here of kind of going over some of my goals, and then of course Snacks, if you want to share yours too, if you have any. If not, it's all good. But my first goal that I put on my list here is this is all for 2022. It's getting married. That's
not a goal. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. But like, I need to get in the mind. Like, I have to get in the mindset of getting married. Like, so what that means is like just being more. Not that I'm not responsible, huh?
More involved in the process of the.
Yeah, like just like being in the mindset like I'm a husband now. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not just me anymore. Like, I'm actually making smarter choices financially and also like just like being more of a grown up, you know, not that I'm not, it's just like I could be doing better, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right. But you
no,
can still,
no,
you can have your fun. Like you say, you can have your cake and eat it too. But you just can't eat a lot of cake. You know what I'm saying?
for sure,
That's
for
how
sure. I'm not trying to like indulge like my like everything, you know, like just to jerseys and everything else I collect. Like I need to be more responsible, you know, in terms of like making smarter decisions, being more of a husband, and you know, just being there more for my girl, you know, and then also just like for my family. Cause, you know, as you mentioned earlier this year, you know, rest in peace to Ron. You know, like I know his passing in the Jersey community has really made an impact to a lot of us, including myself.
Mhm.
And it's one of those things where I don't really like to bring this up, but for those of you who don't know, like Ron was a member of the small Jersey community that Snacks built and myself, you know, are a part of. And he was a very knowledgeable person. I know a lot of people didn't really see eye to eye with a lot of his personal views, but
Mhm.
his contributions to like the Jersey game and just like how he lived the last few moments of his life really opened a lot of our eyes, including my own. I don't know if you felt the same way.
I
Um,
did, yeah, big
yeah,
time.
but
It completely changed my mindset.
yes,
Uh,
it really did, you know, and it was like one of those things because he was selling off a bunch of his collection before he was passing. And, you know, like I hit him up, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like I got a couple of his things before he passed away.
yeah,
But it wasn't like because like a lot of people they think that, oh, you know, it's messed up because you're only hitting him up because, you know, he already had like one foot in the ground. I'm like, nah, like it wasn't that. Like
no,
I
I know where you're going with this. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
nah, you're good.
you remember I made a video almost a year, like when he first announced that that he had cancer. When the
Right.
people started hitting him up about his collection, when he just literally just announced that, that's something that it's hard to say to pronounce. That's
Right.
what pissed me off. There was those people that as soon as he announced it, they were like, "Yo, what's up with your jersey collection?" That to me, that's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, Ron was just literally posting, selling stuff, selling stuff. So I get that part, as far as getting something from Ron and him offering and stuff like that. But what I'm saying, the dude just announced his what was going on in his life, and people were just hitting it up, and that shit fucking took me to another level of like I was so fucking pissed. I remember that live. I was like when he
I
first did
remember.
it, that shit pissed me off and just took me to another level. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Like, thank you for adding context to that because, you know, like I was one of those people where I respected his space and I wasn't one of those people where he, you know, because he publicly put his personal life on his social media, like on his Facebook. And, you know, he was saying, you know, he was publicly saying, like, I'm gonna sell everything. But like I didn't hit him up. I just want to make it clear that I wasn't one of those people that hit him up until after the fact that he was saying he was selling his stuff.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That
Definitely.
was the first thing. Like it took a few posts for him to say that he was going to start selling his stuff because you know we all know him. Like he loved his
Right.
collection. You know he took
Yeah.
practice and he had a lot of great like rare stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like when I hit him up, you know I was fortunate enough to get you know, a couple of what I consider grails for my collection. But, you know, it was like he said it himself, you know, he was like basically if he could give advice to someone, you know, he was just like basically like kind of just saying it's not about jerseys. Like there's more to life than just this. You know, so that I mean that really opened up my eyes and you know, it opened up a lot of other people's eyes and you know, like I know his family is, you know, mourning his loss and even us as like the Jersey community. I know it sounds crazy. It might sound crazy to some people out there, but it's the truth. Like
Hmm.
I've known him, like I've known of him for many years, like over a decade. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Days,
And
yes, day one. Like he's been, like I said, not a lot of people look eye to him. Me and him bumped heads plenty of times.
Right.
We had our backs and forths. We had our personal friendship outside of Kings of Throwbacks that I cherish. I still have all his messages from Instagram that I kept because it was just memorable conversation about life in general, mostly about jerseys, but sometimes he would just hit you up just to hit you up, and he would just give me updates because just to give me updates of what's going on. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right, man. It's just, to me, like, it impacted people differently. To me, it impacted me as me being older, being 40 years old, and just looking at my collection. Like I said, if this shit brings you joy, go for it, man. Collect it, love it, appreciate it. It is what it is, man. I can't. For a moment, I was living my life like I'm gonna die tomorrow. Like, I don't like thinking like that because I'm not living life. You know what I'm saying? For me to me that I had that mindset for a while. It took me a couple months to snap out of that. I got into panic mode. Like, I need to get rid of my shit. Life is short. You know what I'm saying? And my mentality was, I wasn't living life, man. I forgot, I need to just pump the brakes, live life, enjoy the jerseys. That's what I'm saying. That's why 2021, I kept preaching, yo, rock your jerseys, man. Enjoy your collection. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy what you have in your closet now, man. Don't worry about the next pickup. You know what I'm saying? You get excited about all these jerseys, and you guys are not even wearing them. So it's one of those things, man. I'm glad that somebody like you, you rock your shit. You document your stuff on YouTube, which is also great. So that's, to me, that's what I came off of that. I just want to enjoy what I have in my closet as is and actually wear my shit.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like that's partly why I love doing the type of content that I do on my channel, because it allows me to enjoy the jersey. It allows me to do the research. It allows me to learn. It allows me to appreciate it even more, other than just looking at it from a dope jersey aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's cool. Like obviously, like a lot of jersey heads out there, the first thing they look at is the jersey because it's there. They look at it, they see the design, they see the team, they're like, okay, great. But when you delve further into it, when you actually start doing the research of it, and I'm going to use the example is the San Francisco Sea Lions jersey. The dope jersey.
Great video, by the way.
Oh, thank you. But I mean, like looking at it, like from an aspect and looking at the research, like shout outs to Bay Area Throwbacks, by the way, for really giving me great resources, great info on the jersey. I didn't know that Tony Stone was part of the San Francisco. I didn't even know who Tony Stone was prior to me doing the research. And then when I found out, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, Tony Stone was a female that played for the league. Like, yo, that's crazy to me. You know what I mean? And
they play with Hank Aaron
and all these great players. And like, it's just one of those things where your average jersey head would not even think twice about looking into that stuff.
No.
And it's one of those things where, I take great pride in trying to teach the general person on YouTube, with this type of stuff. You know what I mean? And I had a blast doing the video. I was, and a lot of people messaged me and told me that they didn't know about it prior to learning about it. Like everybody, like people they told me they thought that jersey was originally worn by the San Francisco Giants.
No.
Nah, like it goes back even though they did wear that style this past season.
Homage, yeah.
Right, but they don't realize like this jersey was actually like decades ago worn. So like that's to me is like beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Sorry, I'm like digressing, like going.
No, it's dope. Yeah.
But like,
if nobody's seen that video, please go check it out, man. It's really, really good. You went all out with that one. I really like that one.
Yeah, no, I tried. I tried to kind of give it like a nostalgic vibe to it. I actually filmed that video in the same place where I filmed my Willie Mays New York Giants jersey, just because that area is it's a baseball field, obviously, but there's a lot of clear space there. And
it has a Sandlot feel to it too.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. And also like it's like the place that it's when the sun sets, like the golden hour, it just makes the video like some type of way. I don't know. I can't explain it, but
man, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, that was one of those videos that I had a blast doing, and I hope to do that with some other older jersey pieces that I have, because obviously I have so many pickups that I have yet to show, and there's a lot of like history behind each jersey and player and all that great stuff. Um, but speaking of going back to my goals, another goal that I have for me that I would love to achieve is to hit that 2,000 subscriber mark by next year.
All right, that's gonna happen. You
I
gotta
hope
surprise
it
that.
does.
You
I hope
definitely
it
gotta
does.
surprise that.
Because I'm like, I think I have like, I think I need like about 90 more subs or something.
Bro, you're
Um,
definitely gonna hit that. You might hit that fucking before this weekend. Shit.
it's just one of those things where it's, I don't know, like I try not to think like that. Like if it happens, it happens. I just don't want to set my bar too high to the point where it's like, okay, I did hit it, but then I hit it like the last day of 2022. Like I don't want to think like that.
Nah,
Like,
bro, come on, man. Like, just that's to me, that's a dumb one because you're gonna hit that shit. Like, I give it another month and then some change. If you keep doing the work that you're doing, is just and plus, like, you need people to, like, people to support. Like if you're watching this, go support. If you're not subscribed, subscribe right now. I know you're not big on top of like, look me type shit, but sometimes you just gotta. Doesn't take that much to fucking hit a like button sometimes, or just like post your shit. You've been doing the work, man, and it's showing. You know what I'm saying? Numbers don't lie when it comes down to it, man.
I appreciate that, man. And like I always say this because I always say that always pay hom or always pay your respects to the people that inspired you. You being one of the front man of the people that kind of inspired me on YouTube here. You know what I'm saying? And along with so many other people on
Oh
here,
yeah, of course.
Marty, POB, King Leo, the list goes on. There's just so many people to list. Um, by the way, shout outs to D Balta. Um,
Yeah,
for for putting an unexpected video today and shouting me out, and Throwback King and a bunch of other OGs in the game. It's cool to see that he's still doing videos because he was one of those guys that was making videos back when the jersey thing was like super big.
right, right.
you know, but it's cool, man. It's cool to see like some of the old heads out there making videos and paying homage to like people like you, myself, and everybody else out there. All right, my next goal that I have is focusing on other content on my channel other than just jerseys. So I know predominantly like a lot of people voted on my channel that they want to see like jerseys. Obviously, I bring the content to you guys. I try to show you guys as much jersey content that I possibly can, but also that's just one element of who I am as a person. I have so many other hobbies um that I have yet to show, or I've kind of shown it like in the past but not
Mhm.
full full knowledge. One thing just to kind of give you guys an idea, I definitely want to do um like a music collection that I have, like because I listen to a lot of different genres, and my girl is into a lot of vinyls, and she's kind of started to build a collection, and she actually got me she kind of got me into it, and I'm like, oh, this is not good because this is another another one of
Right.
those things. But let me actually show one of my pickups that my girl got me for my birthday. So she actually gave me this. This is a
Oh,
MF. Yeah, this is one of his first solo album that and rest in peace to him.
mhm.
But yeah, she got me this vinyl. I have yet to open it because I don't have a vinyl player. She has one, but once we get our own place, obviously, it's gonna be one of those things where we'll probably do that'll probably be our duo segments or whatever. Because I try to get her on my channel. She's very particular about being on camera. She wants to
Right.
look a certain way. She wants the lighting to be all good. So you know, it's one of those things where like I definitely want to do a music segment on my channel, maybe just feature like a vinyl. I know you're like a huge De La Soul fan.
Oh yeah,
So
I got my vinyl collection, man.
So yeah, this is one of those things that I want to do. Like obviously, like I probably can't play music because it's gonna be copyrighted, but I could
that's the
show.
part that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, but I could definitely show the vinyls and just kind of talk about like the album and just like my overall thoughts on the artist.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you have to you got to peel that onion, man, because you're more than just Jersey. You know, you know. I know how it is to be like you're already labeled as the Jersey guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your niche, which is great. That's awesome. But you have to show who Resurrection is. You know what I'm saying? There's more to you than just fucking jerseys when it comes down to it, and you know that.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Don't let. By the way, don't let the numbers determine. Like if you have fun making the video, make the fucking video. Because you're probably gonna reach somebody out there that's into like the Pokemon, not the Pokemon. I mean the Dragon Ball Z, and there's a whole genre out there that you're a part of. You know, I'm not part of the I'm not, yeah, there you go, Pokemon. I'm not part of the Dragon Ball Z, but I bet there's a whole community out there.
there
You
is.
know, when you share that girl's page that she has that crazy collection, I'm like, that made me go to her page. So you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that, man, yeah, you got a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, that's one of those things where like I have to do. I have to. It's something inside mentally that I have to prepare myself for, because like and J Mac, he actually was one of those people because he's like into Ninja Turtles, and I told him like, why don't you do a Ninja Turtles video, like show your Ninja Turtle stuff, and he was like, oh, I'm not gonna do it anymore because it only got like 5 views and blah 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 this, and I'm just like, bro, if it's called YouTube for a reason, it's your channel. And I gotta take my own advice because like I find
You
myself,
really do. I think sometimes you get caught up with the numbers.
it's hard. It's really hard because YouTube is now like the way YouTube like comes at you, like it's always like a numbers game. Like they're always looking at your stats, like, oh, well, how many views did you get in this month? How many subscribers did you gain? And it's just like sometimes it's one of those things where you just don't want to be a number. You know what I'm saying? Even though
Right. I always like what Neil always said. Just take it as something that you're documenting something, because at the end of the day, it's fun sometimes to go back 8-9 years and just look at old video where you were at in life. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you're documenting your collection for yourself. Just do it for yourself when it comes down to it. Come people watch it, support it. That's awesome. People don't. It's all good. It's just something on your timeline of videos, which is you can yourself can look back and look at it. Or when you have a child and your kid can go back and see, look, dad was really into fucking Pokemon, and look at this video he did back in 2021. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be weird. You having a kid and you're watching you as as a 20-something year old.
Nah, yeah, for sure. I so like it's interesting you bring that up because that was actually my plan for my last video of 2021 was to actually do a recap of some of my older videos, just kind of look back. That video is going to take some time to do because I got to go through all my videos and just kind of do like but I hopefully I could do it. I have that jersey behind me. I have a video that I'm currently working on. Then if I have time, I'm going to do that last video. But hold on, let me highlight this comment real quick. If you want to see Rez singing a music video,
You got that already.
I want to show my jersey collection and hats, but I have no idea how I can shoot it. Like, should I do the whole thing or just pieces at a time? Hey, there's the great thing about this is that there's no right or wrong way to how to do this. You know what I'm saying?
The first step is press record.
Yes.
And just do it. Just do it. When you overthink it, that's when you do like, I'm not gonna do it. That's you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta turn on the camera and fucking do it. If you think you look silly and whatever, just post it, man. Well, you'll always have a support system behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like all our videos when we first started are cringy, very cringy with the music and us fucking like, you know what I'm saying? You look back at our videos, you're like, fuck. If you compare your first video to your last video, you're gonna be like, yo, it's night and day.
Facts. Nah, for sure. Denzel says, "Hey, Throwback King, did you buy any Ewings lately?"
I have not bought one. Did I? What up? No, I haven't. I haven't bought any Ewings this year. I'm definitely gonna buy the Georgetown ones. I'm gonna because my Georgetown ones are fucked up. I have like the first run and they're pretty trash. So I'm gonna end up getting the Georgetown Hoyas 33 highs. So that's what I'm gonna get this year. Probably get it for my birthday.
That's what's up. Akmal, sorry I didn't see your comment earlier. It says, "Can you wearing Houston Rockets for me for a while?" I'm not really sure what you mean by that.
Can you wearing? I don't understand what that means.
I don't understand, but I do have. I mean, I did do a video earlier this year on a Rivalry Sportswear custom of, I believe it was the '94 season that they wore the Hakeem Olajuwon jersey with the red, and then it has like the white trim and the yellow. If you want to check that out, you could check it out on the channel. And then I also did a Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming review, not this year, but the year before that. If you want to check that out, you could check that out for sure. Akmal says, "What jersey are you wearing right now?" I guess he's asking.
Rebecca Lobo.
That's fire.
Dream team from '96.
That's fire. I always wanted to get a Sue Bird jersey, but like I could never find it in my size. Like, I don't know. It's just I wish that like that was actually a topic that I wanted to talk about in the future. It's like, how do you feel about wearing like jerseys of like the different gender? Like, does it make you feel some type of way, or if the player is younger than you? Because I hear this. I believe it or not, I hear this. I know you obviously you're wearing a Lobo jersey, but like I hear people where they're just like my coworker, for instance, he's like in his 50s. And he's just like, man, like he's like, I think it's kind of weird, like wearing a jersey of a player that's like half your age, you know?
The one I get is the ones I've heard. I heard that before, which doesn't make sense to me. And I can't be wearing somebody else's last name. And then like the person that told me that was wearing a Sean John shirt. Like, what's the difference? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're wearing Sean John shirt or whatever. Everything has a name. You wear a Tommy Hilfiger, you're wearing somebody else's name. Like, it's a brand, you know, whatever. Yeah. But to me, those are like the non-jersey heads. But if it's a jersey head to jersey head, that people that I would never wear a WNBA jersey.
Yeah,
I have no problem. Like, my thing is like, if you want to be like machismo about it, is like, so you rather wear a man's jersey than a woman's jersey, like a woman's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost the same. Like, you're wearing a man's jersey, you're representing a man. Like, that's to me, that's dumb. To me, your jersey head. Everything. Rebecca Lobo is a fucking UConn legend, and she's fucking dope.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's interesting that you say that, because like I said, like there's a lot of people that have, like, I know people that will not wear any like players' jerseys on their back because they want it to be their last name on there, so they go through the custom route. And you know, like, that's cool, you know, if that's how you float your boat, you know. But there's nothing wrong with wearing a player on your back, you know, like of a different last name, you know what I'm saying? And then the same thing for, you know, wearing, you know, like a female player on your back. If you could fit in the jersey, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like that's
this is the only opportunity I get to wear, because Metro Ness didn't make women's size jerseys of this. And women were upset. They're like, how come they don't make women's size for this, like for the WNBA? Which is funny to me. You know what I'm saying? But they made it all men's size. This is a 3XL. So obviously it's sold out. You can't find these shits anywhere now.
Right. It's their first name. Wait, what? I think I caught that. Akmal, what size of your jersey on body?
When it comes to Metro Ness, I'm a 3XL.
For sure.
All right. Rebound stuff 2XL, which is, I don't know.
Somebody says, I need to find a Sue Bird jersey. That's what I'm looking for. I wanted to get a Sue Bird jersey myself.
We have the Connecticut Sun, and for some reason, all the Dick's Sporting Goods, They have all the authentic WNBA jerseys. The biggest size is a 56, which I can't fit. When the WNBA, it's got to be, it's got to be like a 58.
Yeah.
I tried it on. I was like, nah, I can't do it. So, but I would totally, you know what I'm saying? Totally wear. I would love to have a Sue Bird, which that's, I'd rather have Stewart. Stewart, I think she's the GOAT. But yeah, that what is it? Seattle. What are they called? The Seattle Storm. Them jerseys are fucking fire.
Yeah, I saw your live the other day, and it was you, Sarge, Slim, Mighty. You guys were just kind of showing like some of your stuff, like the hockey stuff, and damn, bro, like that's the thing, like with those minor leagues and stuff like that, like I don't want to buy something unless I know about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna buy something just cause. Like I actually want to do the research. If it fascinates me, I'll buy it. That's kind of the approach that I took with the Ebbets San Francisco Sea Lions jersey, because obviously the Giants wore that style, but also like learning like about the Hawaii Islanders and like also looking, at like the Tokyo Giants, like that's another jersey too, like that I definitely want to review. And there's just so many different things, but it's like for me, like I feel some type of way, like just buying something and then not knowing anything about it. Like, because like with hockey, my knowledge is extremely limited, but fortunately, there is ways. Obviously, if you look it up online, read up about it, you could find articles and stuff like that. And that's just one of those things that I got to step up my game. Like if I want to get these, I don't want to buy a jersey unless I know about it, or know
But
something.
sometimes the jersey's just fire.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some jerseys. I think sometimes you're right, because sometimes learning the history of the jersey makes the jersey fire. You probably wouldn't look at it before, but once you learn the history behind it and stuff like that, I'm like, oh shit, this jersey is kind of fire just because you know the history of it. But some jerseys just visually looks fire. I'm like, I need that jersey in my collection.
Yeah. No. The perfect example that you brought up was the House of David one. Like that was fire. That was interesting. Like
the history behind that is fire.
That's crazy though. Like that's like one of those things, because like I think that like at that point, like it's almost like you're like a jersey enthusiast. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no right or wrong way. If you want to buy it. It's your money. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people out there who have openly said like, I just buy the jerseys because I like the way they look. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, like I don't want to just buy something just because. Like I want to buy it because I actually want to know about it. I want to be able to teach people about it. And I know Bay Area Throwbacks, and a lot of other people, kind of have their own thought process when buying.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. That's what makes us all unique in our own ways. But at the end of the day, like you doing that San Francisco Ebbets video made people actually go to the website and check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody probably will buy it just because of your video.
Yeah, no, for sure. And just to highlight John's comment, he said, I have 3 hockey jersey players that I have no idea who they are or what they did, but the jersey is too far. Hey, that's what's up, man. That's cool. Personally, for me, like I have to know something about the jersey or the player. Speaking of, we have another guest that's going to be hopping on right now. What up? What up?
Yo, fellas, man. New Year.
Happy New Year, bro. What's up, man?
Happy New Year, man.
Chilling.
Hold up. I'm not as tone as you, man. This is just body fat.
How you feeling, Snacks?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm getting there.
No doubt, man. It takes time.
Yeah, I appreciate that though.
Sure.
Yeah. It's really the sick, like everything that's floating around is crazy. I kind of felt like last week I thought I had COVID. Thank God I didn't, but it was like one of those things where it was a common cold, but it was like my throat, man, like it was just really, when you have a sore throat and you swallow, like really hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was like a different kind of feeling. I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't gotten sick for so long. I guess because we're always like washing.
Also, be strep throat is a motherfucker, yo. I'll take a cold over strep throat. Strep throat is horrible.
I've never had strep throat, thankfully.
It hurts.
I had bronchitis at one point. I didn't like that. That was not fun. But yeah, I drank some like hot water and tea, and I tried to take it easy, and I felt better. But yeah, it's crazy with what's flowing out there. Yo, King, I don't know if you saw the description.
No, I didn't.
This is basically a New Year's live, so we're kind of just going over our goals, our resolutions for 2022.
King know that he's gonna buy everything. That's all. I'm gonna buy everything.
Dude, can I just say this? Yo, like, one of my goals is to not try and catch up with you, because that's
terrible.
That's good.
That's a horrible goal.
Thanks.
That's one of my goals.
Don't be this
dude.
fucking idiot.
Don't be this guy.
Bro, like when I saw your Giannis collection video, dope video, by the way.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Like, bro, I was like, fuck, dude. Like I was just like, in my head, I was just calculating how much were these jerseys? Like, obviously, I'm sure you got them like for deals. If not, then you're crazy as fuck. But if you got them for like on sale,
I think most of them I did actually.
Did you? Yeah. See, like, because that City Edition,
the newest City Edition one, I didn't.
Dude, like, I'm on eBay looking for that joint, and people are asking like $400. Like, to me, like, I cannot pull the trigger. Like, I can't come to reasoning spending that much on a basketball jersey, let alone a jersey that just came out this year.
Yeah,
I understand if it's like an old gold grail or something that is custom done. Obviously you got to pay to get the work done. But like for something that just came out for retail wise, like.
But the crazy part is like this time next year, that jersey's gonna be ghost. Like think about the jerseys from last year. Do you see them popping up anywhere? Nope. So whatever you see it now, like if you have a chance to get it at a reasonable price, go for it if you really want it. You know what I'm saying? But
it's tough because if that was, to be honest with you, if that was my team, if it, like, let's say I didn't get the Warriors jersey that came out this like last month or this month, I probably would have spent that money. Knowing myself.
What's the most you would have spent on it?
On what? Which jersey?
On the new City, the City jersey.
The Giannis one or
no, Steph.
I would say probably $350 would be my max.
Shit.
Yeah, but that's
so
already.
It's funny that we even having this conversation because remember a couple of weeks ago, I had reached out to you about the Jersey Connect had a size 56 on the Steph Curry, and so basically the jerseys are $225 plus tax. They're about $248, so you could just round it off to $250. What you'll get from Nike now, Fanatics adds shipping. So maybe it's close to $255. And so I reached out to Jersey Connect. He had it on eBay for like $500. So I reached out to him like, yo, dude, like, I don't see this fucking size. What's good? And he was like, all right, let me be reasonable. So I think I end up paying $320 shipped. And that's still steep. It's still steep.
It is. But
you're probably not going to see that jersey. And that's the way I was looking at it. I'm going to pay $300, pretty much $300. So I'm paying $70 over retail because the tax was, that's like paying $300 for a Mitchell & Ness jersey. Tax is crazy.
It is.
So I'm paying $300 for a retail Steph that I know I'm never going to see. I'm never going to see this jersey again. Because the Oakland jersey from last year, you don't see that.
Yeah, people are asking for an arm and a leg on that joint right there, And
so
it's crazy because I actually have 3 players of that Oakland authentic style. I have James Wiseman, I have Steph Curry, and I have Draymond.
Of the new one?
No, the last year's City Edition, the one that's
okay. Right.
The new one, I don't think they released any other players yet, other than the Curry. But I did hear that the team store does plan on releasing Clay, a Dre, and possibly some others. I hope that's not anytime soon because my pockets are in no position to drop.
I'm done for jerseys for like 3 months. After see, Snacks. No, so Snacks has got to send me a jersey. Once he sends me his, once he sends me that jersey, I'm a wrap, son.
Dude,
wrap.
My jersey was chump change too. It was like,
it was a great price. And so it's not really, but I'm done son. I'm done for real.
Damn.
I got a jersey. I haven't shot it yet. I'm really, holidays. So my dad was supposed to come for this last 2 weeks. So this week and next week, he was supposed to be here from Florida. He hasn't been able to make it because COVID is crazy. I was supposed to have so many things going on. And so honestly, those last 8 videos that I did were done like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, all right, let me just put this time to concentrate on cleaning the house up, setting everything up. My daughter's birthday is 2 days from now. She's the 31st. So, I was gearing up for a lot. So I was like, all right, let me just do this and I'll just worry about everything after the new year. And man, so I do have this one video. It's going to be kind of nuts, but it's going to be I'm going to show my last 50 pickups.
Damn.
Because there's a lot of stuff you guys haven't seen really yet.
And that was just last month. It's
really dating back, honestly, probably September.
Wow.
But still, wow.
Can we get one? What's your pickup of the year?
So you know what? I don't even know what I picked up for the year.
God.
I only remember the last quarter.
No.
So
That's
terrible.
Like, you're a Jersey head when
you said September, right? From the pickups from September up until this point. Yeah. So that's September, October, November, December. That's 4 months, and you got 50 jerseys
easily.
That's like 10. Was that like a little over 12 jerseys in a month?
With the calculations, bro.
Bro,
listen, don't
Yo, that is crazy, dude. That is
so you can't narrow it down to like, if you can think of one jersey, like, all right.
So I'm not sure if the Brady jersey that I got, which is the white Bucks jersey,
that one's fire.
I'm not sure if that one I got at the end of December or beginning of January. I know I got it during playoff time, before they went to the Super Bowl, because it sold out once they beat the Packers. So I bought it before then. That probably would be close to Jersey of the Year. I'm not sure if the Basquiat is this year.
That was last year.
That was last year. Okay.
I still need that jersey in my car. I'm a huge Basquiat. You see the crown though. You see the crown.
Oh yeah, that's it right there.
Basquiat crown. Yeah. I still but I refuse to get a Kyrie, man. That's all I see is Kyrie's.
Nah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Yo, maybe you know what? I'd be honest with you. Probably my favorite 2 pickups are old jerseys that you guys will probably be like, oh, that's regular. But for me, it was major because I never had them in my collection. Is the white Barry Sanders 96 Michelin S?
Yeah, that was on your grill list, man. So
forever.
No, it's funny because every time you put on a jersey, when you have the 2 cameras going, when you go like, woo, I'm thinking like, yo, that's the jersey of the year right there. But I noticed you do that every video. Yo, it's like, is that the first time you really put it on?
Probably.
Yo, because you'd be like, woo! Oh, man, I like the way it fits. Oh, man, I'm looking at this dude like, this dude about to bust an ill nut wearing that damn jersey. When you put on that Hoyas jersey, I was like, this dude, like,
I love the way the Hoyas jersey fits.
My nipples got hard watching that video, man. This dude was like, oh, man, this shit go hard. Oh, shit. I'm like, Jesus.
I'm still wiping the nut off the floor.
Oh my gosh, man.
And I'd probably say the Dion 49ers white version. I actually got it from Chris, who's a member of your throwbacks.
You might have to break it down in categories because knowing you, I would probably break it down from best Nike NFL Elite, best Nike basketball authentic, best Mitchell and Ness. Like you will have to break it down in categories, man, because you can't just pick one. Because you have like that Nets jersey, even though it's not authentic, the Nets jerseys that came out this year, the one that you did a video for, the new ones, the retro rewind, whatever the fuck they're called, that shit's fucking fire, man. I couldn't imagine that jersey inauthentic, man.
The swing,
the navy blue one, the navy blue
I
one.
don't have one yet.
I thought you had one. No, I could have sworn you made a video on it.
Hold on, I'll be back.
I only had the Nuggets.
I could have sworn you had that Nets one.
I wish. That's the only. Honestly, the only jerseys that I would pick up right now, if they just came out like right away, would be that Kevin Durant Nets and Joel Embiid Sixers.
Is it me? Like, why are they not making that an authentic, the Nets one?
Terrible.
Which, if I would spend the money, it would be on that Nets. That jersey is perfect to me.
It's terrible. That's actually my favorite jersey out of all the City Edition, and the Sixers is right behind it.
I like the Nets over the Sixers one. The Sixers one is dope, but that Nets one is, I can only imagine it authentic.
They're like close in look almost too.
Yeah, you can say that, but that Nets logo is just fire with the navy blue.
Dope. It's dope. I got the Luka Doncic. Oh, it's right here. Let me.
I was about to say that jersey.
It's better in person.
That's yeah.
And all of this is dazzle from the shoulder to the side hem, side trim, and definitely this is dope. The whole, I mean, you can't really see it because it's a bullshit like front camera, but this is actually it's a nice blue. It's the blue that they use for like their rookie jerseys from that
the Jason Kidd era.
Yeah, that same type of really rich blue.
And you don't see that on newer Nike jerseys, that dazzle silky.
No, and then
jersey.
I have the Warriors jersey right here.
That was fire, yeah.
Yeah, this is the best swingman I think I've ever like in my collection for the new Nike stuff.
I'm not a fan of the best part of that Boston joint is it's got to be the nameplate on the bottom. To me, that's my favorite part. That makes the jersey.
That Luka Doncic one, man. That's on Fanatics. I've been watching it very closely. There's like 5 56s left. Size 52 is completely wiped out, which is an XL. I think the size 48 is gone as well. And I want to wait until payday because I get paid Friday. But
30% off. Use that code.
I thought it's not valid no more.
Nah, it's valid.
Yo, send me the link.
That's how I've been getting.
Wait. Oh yeah, it's not 2022 yet.
I think not even joking with my Fanatics cash. I think I paid like $120 for the.
Oh, how much fan cash did you have, man?
I had a lot. I had like $50.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that jersey because.
But the 30% off knocks it to $140. So maybe I didn't have that much. I think maybe I had $26 or something like that.
I'm gonna definitely have to check that out. Hopefully they still have it because I had it in my cart for like all of last week. And
I'll send you the link because when you do the code, you got to make sure it's a 0 instead of an O.
Got you.
So I was doing it at first and it wasn't going through. And somebody hit me up. He's like, "Yeah, it's a 0 instead." I was like, "Oh, okay," and it was going through.
Yeah, those. So the Luka Doncic one. And then the Jokic authentic. I don't know if you guys saw it because they took down the Jokic authentic and the John Morant the mixtape ones on Nike. It's not on their site no more. You know how it said coming soon? Like they wiped it off completely. So I don't know what happened with that. And I don't want to buy it from the team store because that's like an extra. What is it like $25? $40 or whatever.
Do they have the Morant on the team store?
The Grizzlies team store?
Yeah.
I didn't see it on there. I only saw the swingman. But Nike had the authentic listed on their website.
The Navy.
The Navy. Yeah, the Navy one. And they took it down like with no explanation along with the Jokic one.
I think people sleeping. You know what I almost pulled the trigger on? That Washington DC shooting jacket. With the collar and it says DC. Oh my god, yo! I think people are sleeping on the shooting shirts. The short sleeve joint.
Yeah,
it says
those are
DC
nice
on the bottom.
And it's white. It's mostly white.
is white. I usually don't fuck with white jerseys like that, but white stuff like that. But yo, that thing is fire, man.
There's a code.
That's the code.
Damn.
Look at that.
Hopefully it's not sold out.
It's like a drug dealer, like a pig.
I don't. If it's meant to happen, I will not purchase it until after this live stream is over. So.
Oh man, you just lying to yourself.
No. I can't. I got a show to run, man. I can't.
This is Rez on the side.
She's on the phone.
Son, listen, I got the crap files right here, bro. No good. It's all good.
Oh. All right. So kind of going back to the topic here. I know, King, you came in a little bit later, but I was kind of going over some of my goals. If you didn't hear them, I'll just kind of recap what I said so far. So my first goal for 2022 is getting married. With that comes, shout outs to Uncle Ben, rest in peace. But
great responsibility.
So I gotta be more responsible. I gotta make more adult decisions. I gotta think of a mindset of me being a husband rather than just a collector.
After you get that Dallas jersey.
Yeah.
After you get the Dallas. Remember, it's still 2021, so you're good.
We still got 2 days, so a lot can happen in 2 days. But that's one of my goals. Another goal that I had was basically to hit the 2K subscriber mark on my YouTube channel.
That's right around the corner.
It is, but I just want to make it a goal because it's been something that I've been, chugging for a year plus now, and it was one of those things where I really had this constant battle with myself, like mentally, about losing subscribers, gaining subscribers. I talk to you about this all the time. I talk to Snacks about this all the time. It's just one of those things. But I don't. It's kind of like it's nowhere near that level. But I always think of it like because I watch a lot of post game interviews, and when they were interviewing Steph Curry, he was like they were talking to him about like the surpassing Ray Allen, and he was saying like, oh, I don't want to think like that, even though he was like a couple points away from breaking the record. It distracted him because he was saying like, oh, it was distracting my game. That's kind of how I feel. I don't want to think about it like that, but it's like one of those things where like I feel like I'm battling myself. Like I don't want to get distracted and just focus on the subscription.
Yeah. Don't obsess yourself with that, man. My thing is, goal 1 is gonna happen. You're gonna get married. It's gonna happen. Goal 2, you're gonna probably hit that shit in a couple of months, in a month or so. That's it. That's
goal 2.
You're knocking these out the park.
All right, so
give me something hard.
I know, right? Pause.
Goal 3 is to focus on other content on my channel other than jerseys. So obviously, I dabbled with like my toys, my collectibles. One thing I did tell Snacks was that I wanted to do a music segment because I'm a huge music buff. So I wanted to kind of do a segment, maybe share it with my girlfriend, my fiance.
She does music, right?
She does. But she actually collects a lot of vinyls, like music vinyls, and she actually wants to. She wanted to do something on YouTube, with her platform, but she doesn't feel confident with doing it on her platform. So I was like, hey, what if we did one together, on my channel or something? And she's open to the idea, but she's very particular.
That should be one of your goals. Have a video with your girl. Upload a video before 2022 ends, man. That'll be sure.
No, like I definitely want that. I think a lot of it too has to do with us just not like having our own place yet. I think once we're in the comfort of our own home, we can start.
Are you guys moving in together before you get married?
That's the plan. At least a couple months beforehand. I'd love to find a place and get that already situated because obviously, like, we got to start buying more furniture. I'm going to move my TV out, my room, and, hopefully this new spot and just kind of get the place acclimated, with whatever I have and stuff like that, and whatever she has. But that's a goal that I've been wanting to do. And hopefully, that'll kick off because it's going to be challenging because I know I can't play certain songs. Like I can't play songs really on YouTube because, copyright stuff. But
sure.
I could definitely show the album, just kind of talk about it, and just haven't really finalized the details of how that video or how that segment will go down. But it's definitely something I do want to do.
Would you want to do a separate channel?
I thought about doing that, but I feel like with how invested I am with this handle,
I
I
think
don't
you should build your brand, man. When it comes down
Yeah.
to it, any content is good content when it comes down to it.
Mm-hmm.
To build your brand,
Because-
like you know what I'm saying, you might bring a whole nother genre of people connected to your channel. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and you know that's one of those things too that I wanted, like, because like I feel like if I created a separate channel, and I thought about doing this a while back with like my collectibles and stuff, but I felt like by doing that, it would distract me too much from focusing on the main channel. So I kind of look at it like I try to put myself out there like kind of like I'm a brand in a way. Like if you support me, you know, like I definitely want to drop apparel at some point, you know, maybe like a hat or a shirt or a hoodie or something like that, you know, when assuming that everything falls into place. My channel isn't big enough to do that just yet, but I feel like in the direction it's going, in the growth that it's going, it's definitely a possibility. I've actually had people hit me up, you know, who wanted to do stuff for me, but I had to obviously pay them to do it. But with the amount of money that I'm making right now on YouTube, it's not in my best interest yet, but it's definitely something I would consider in the near future if I start more revenue.
I think, like I said, you can just keep adding to your goals. I think you should try to invest into a logo, have your own trademark logo. I know your stuff is like it's a lot going on, but if you just resurrect like something like creative, there's a lot of people that do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, you're creative, man. You can probably come up with your own shit and have somebody try to, you know, just freak it or something like that. You know, I think you should have your own logo. I think a logo would be dope.
No, for sure. And that was actually in talks with a lot of people. My girl told me the same thing. You know, obviously I want to start doing business cards, you know, because like the thing with me is like it's not just jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously you guys know this. Like I do everything. You know, everything I'm into. So if the jersey thing is not for everybody on my channel, you know, maybe I could focus on like my collectibles. And if they're not into the collectible stuff like that, they can focus on the jerseys and vice versa, like the hats or the vintage stuff. And that's eventually the goal that I want the direction of the channel to go towards. But I want there to be enough of following for each genre, you know, to have people request it. Because right now the predominant followers, subscribers on my list are into sports and jerseys, which makes sense. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I know that there's people out there that are into other stuff that I'm into. I know this because I've seen other channels with this type of stuff. And
my advice to you is that don't get lost on what people want to see. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you want to do, because then you're gonna get lost and trying to satisfy everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Boy. You know, I love Boy. He has a dope ass channel. He's very versatile. You know what I'm saying? He basically he does music, he does like vlogs, he does jerseys, he does cards. So he has a dope ass channel too.
Yo, shout outs to Cam. I'm humble, but I'm definitely not a Mount Rushmore. But thank you. Maybe these two guys right here. But
come on, man, stop it.
Jersey Connect, man.
Stop trying to humble yourself, bro.
Shout outs to Jersey Connect, man, for really helping out with all the jersey info. You know, he has a great channel. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff that he puts out at the rate that he puts out, with the news, with the resources, with the links. It's great. It's great to have somebody like that in the jersey community. I wish he was around when you know, I started off, because that would have definitely helped me. But he's here and he's very helpful. He's a good, reliable source for jersey content, specifically for basketball jerseys. Let me kind of go through my list real quick. Another thing that I wanted to do is obviously just staying consistent. I know I've been consistent for pretty much 3 years now, I think, but I just want to keep it going. I don't want to be on a hiatus as long as I did, like for the 6 years I was away from YouTube and the jersey game, you know, because I always get people that always tell me, oh man, imagine where you would be if you didn't have, you know, if you didn't go away. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to think like that. Like I know, but you probably would have had like so many subscribers, and I'm like, I get it, but you know, everything happens for a reason. You know, mentally, I wasn't ready to come back at that time during the 6 years. I had to figure some things out. You know, and that's kind of what it is with everybody. Everybody has their own lane and their own
Sure.
pace. You know, so it's hard because I have to do a better job with balancing it out. Sometimes I feel like some of the content, and I've talked to you about this, King, a lot. You know, like some of the content that I put out, I put in a lot of time for just one video. Like my Wayne Gretzky video, I'm gonna use that as an example. That video took me 2 weeks to film because I had to literally go from. So I didn't tell you this, Snacks, but so basically, I trespassed when I filmed that video. I went to a train track, which was like not an accessible area, but there was an area that had like a hole in the fence, and I kind of like creeped through it, and I saw like all this graffiti just like written, kind of like an urban area. Like, so I got my tripod one day, you know, I parked my car on the corner of the street. I went in there, I filmed the video right there. I got the people.
Anything for the shot, man. You gotta do what you gotta do for the shot. That's what my brother always tells me. Anything for the shot.
Yeah, no, I mean, but like my point being though, like that video was probably like 7-8 minutes, and it took me 2 weeks to film because of the traveling, the idea, the research. That's one of the things that I take great pride in doing on my channel. Again, I'm not knocking anybody that wants to just show their jerseys, you know, the running gun, like, you know, King, I know you get straight to it and people love that. You know, and I know a lot of other jersey heads that do it like that, you know, who they just show the jersey front and the back, go into detail, quick one and done, boom, on to the next one. But for me, you know, I feel like I invested so much money and time and learning about like cinematography, like with camera angles and with equipment and things like that. I feel like if I put in that much time and effort, I don't want to take away from the quality of my videos. Not that like I won't do like a running gun, because sometimes I'll do a quick video where I'll film it with my phone and you know, I'll just kind of talk about a couple of things. But the majority of my videos, I want to continue to bring that quality, that type of production, because I feel like that's what separates me from a lot of other like people on YouTube.
You hear that, King, right? He's shitting on us right now.
No. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that.
I know what you're saying.
It's just one of those things. I mean, because it's we all, like, most of us review the same stuff. Like King, you know, we collect almost the same stuff. You're into Jordans, I'm into Jordans. You're into, you know, NBA jerseys, I'm into NBA jerseys. You're into football. Like, we collect a lot of the same stuff, and you know, we use our success and we kind of bounce it off each other with our ideas and stuff. But I want to think of it like, the way I'm thinking of it is like, how can I be different but review the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
but my thing, like, yo, I'm all Rez, you do amazing shit. King does amazing shit. To me, at the end of the day, like, I feel like it's your personality that makes the video when it comes down to it. If you fucking, because you can have the best fucking quality video in the fucking world, B-roll and all that shit, but if you're not being genuine, and people can read through that shit, I wouldn't give a fuck about your video. When it comes down to it, King Leonidas, he point and shoots. He puts a little work in it with the other videos and shit, like, you know, with the angles and shit like that. But at the end of the day, he's dropping knowledge, his personality. It's natural. Like, he's having a conversation with us. So that's the reason I appreciate King Leonidas' videos, because it's like, yo, we're just sitting in the room with him and he's just talking about the jersey. Some people are too robotic. Like, this is a box. The box is square. Amazing. Boom, boom, boom. Like, I'll show like 30 angles of Matrix and shit, and that shit's pointing to me. To me, I'm subscribed to you. I'm subscribed to Rez. I'm subscribed to King Leonidas. I'm not subscribed to your fucking channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm investing my time into your personality and what you bring to the table. So just don't lose yourself. I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, everybody brings something to the table. Just sitting here, us three, we all bring something to the Jersey community. We just freak it in different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Perfect.
Yeah, no, for sure. Shout outs to my fiance in here. For tuning in. I don't know what you're doing right now, babe, but If you want to hop on and you want to join the table talk, the floor is open. But J Max says, Snacks, do you have any advice for me? I guess he's talking
we need more basketball shots. Use the rim more. We need you to use that little rim. That could be your angle, bro. Every time you talk about a jersey, just fucking make the shot and replicate whatever move they make. I enjoy his videos because it looks like, you know, when J-Bag makes a video and he just talks like he doesn't give a fuck. Say, oh yeah, I got this fucking jersey here. It's cool. It's really dope. I really like this jersey.
You know
what I'm saying? He's not really trying to impress you. He's just like, look at the fucking jersey. It's dope, right? All right, cool. Later.
Since we're in the topic with J-Mac, I just gotta say, he's a man of his word because he lost the bet. So he sent me a jersey right now, which I'll unveil on here for those of you who say, "Oh, show us a jersey pickup." So
what happens if the Warriors just go on a straight up losing streak and the Miami Heat just becomes the best team in the league?
Hey,
he's too early. He already committed.
He committed. I'm not mailing it back. I'm not gonna mail him. So the bet. You guys know what the bet was, right?
I remember.
Okay, so basically the bet was if the Warriors or the Miami Heat, whoever had the best record at the end of regular season, if the Miami Heat had a better record than the Warriors, I had to mail him a pair of sneakers. And if the Warriors had a better record than Miami, he had to mail me a jersey from his collection. So we're not even at All-Star break.
We're not even at All-Star break.
He already was just like, no, there's no way that the Warriors would have to lose like 10 straight for us to even get. I'm like, bro, I'm just letting you know right now, dude, if you give up, there's no turning back. Like, the bet is done. There's no reverse.
I'm totally rooting for the Miami Heat now. I'm like, I want them to win.
You know what? Rez makes it hard to like the Warriors.
What? What do you mean?
Your stories and you every like everything that's Warriors related. I'm like, oh my god, man, just please be quiet. We know Steph Curry is fucking amazing. We know the Warriors.
And he tried to downplay them, like, oh, you know, the Warriors.
The Knicks have been so bad for so long. I just want to enjoy the game.
Bro, I mean, when you got players like Steph Curry,
here we go. Like, you're about to do exactly what King Larry United doesn't like. When you have Steph Curry, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a basketball question because you asked this, King, on your story. You asked, "Is Draymond Green overrated?" Snacks, I know you said
I will punch Draymond Green in the throat if I ever see him. I will go to jail. I would spend time in jail just to fucking punch him in the throat.
I want to know though, what about him makes you think he's overrated?
If he goes to another team, he would disappear. You would never hear of Draymond Green. When you're surrounded by all that talent, and I hate that they try to compare him to Dennis Rodman, which is not fair at all. Because Dennis Rodman was awesome as a Bull, but he was awesome as a fucking Spur. He was awesome. He was always a great player. You know,
I think Dennis Rodman is the greatest defensive player ever.
I agree with you. But when Draymond Green, all he has to do is pass it to Steph Curry, the all-time greatest shooter of all time, and they make him look good because he passed the ball to fucking Steph Curry or Klay Thompson or Kevin Durant, and all you gotta do is fucking stand in the middle.
So Rez,
I'm not a fan of Draymond Green.
I know a lot of people don't know Dennis Rodman, but his assignments literally would be Shaq for one playoff series. That's his assignment for the game. Mm-hmm. A power forward, Sean Kemp, Michael Jordan. He played Michael Jordan before he went to the Bulls. He would sign up and not lock up Mike, because nobody could lock up Mike. But that was his assignment for the game. Play Michael Jordan straight up. He would play like he literally Magic Johnson. He played Magic Johnson straight up. So like when you talk about, and he was Defensive Player of the Year back to back when they were winning championships. So like I know there's tons of recency bias, and I get it because that's the quickest thing we remember. But Dennis Rodman was incredible on the defensive.
Incredible. For somebody, if you look at his stats offensively, horrible, but he's a Hall of Famer. And
easily.
And he had a Nike deal. People like, he was just a fucking he was just fucking amazing, man.
And
he made rebounds look cool. Like, who does that?
He did. And not only he locked you up, the most important part of the defensive play is getting the rebound.
And he was getting your fucking head.
That completes the defensive play, right? You could play the greatest defense in the world if you give up the offensive rebound for a score. It means nothing. And he would lock you up and get the defensive rebound because he won how many defensive rebound titles?
And don't forget offensive rebounds, which is probably harder than defensive rebounds. And he just gave teams another opportunity to shoot the ball. Which to me, Rodman is just, if I know some people are just not a fan of what he did off the field, but you can't deny what he did on the fucking on the court. But
I'm not arguing. Yeah, I'm not arguing that Draymond is better than Rodman. I definitely agree with you guys. I do believe Rodman is the greatest defensive player that ever played. But I feel like when it comes to Draymond Green, and I know this is coming from somebody who may be biased because I'm a Warriors fan, but looking at the way he creates plays, obviously he's not much of a scorer, though he can score. I feel like Steph wouldn't be as great as he is if it wasn't for Draymond Green's defense. So I mean, I'm just saying.
I totally disagree with that.
Yes.
Can I answer my own question?
Please.
So here's where I'm at with this, right? Because it was really like I was teetering both sides. And so if you asked me this question during the first championship run, I'd be 100% on what Snack said. No way he's completely overrated. And I gave the same exact reason too. That's crazy. I would say if you put him in on the Knicks, he would not be as successful. He's able to play. He's got so many pieces around him. But this year, I'm starting to come around the corner just a little bit. And what I do see is a player who's so versatile in this day and age. Back in the 90s, he couldn't play a center. The 90s centers will dominate him. Rick Smits will dominate him. And he was the 10th best center back then. You know what I'm saying? Like the 90s, he couldn't play in that era. So he could never play in the Dennis Rodman era. But in this era, he could switch and play centers and play the power forward and go to a guard for a little bit. And I'm starting to see his value on the defensive end. So I'm still figuring out whether he's overrated or underrated. But, it's not as bad as what I thought he was.
I just feel like, once again, if he goes to another team, I think that's the reason he won't take more money to go to another team, because he will fucking disappear. You will never hear about Draymond Green ever again. I'm not knocking him because he's on a great fucking team with shooters that just makes his job way easier. But if you put him as a leader, obviously, when Klay Thompson and Curry went down, he's supposed to be the leader. He's supposed to be the guy. They ended up with the fucking first pick in the draft. They were garbage. They were horrible. He can't carry a team. Obviously, no. I think that point was made. He's great when he has shooters around him, but when he's the main guy and he doesn't have anybody around him, his proof is in the pudding. They had the fucking first, but did they have the first pick in the draft? They had one of the worst records. They had one of the worst records in the league.
That Wiseman,
when he didn't, when they didn't have their main shooters.
Yeah,
to me, Draymond Green, he's just fucking annoying. Sometimes he needs to shut the fuck up. But to me, he's just annoying to me. And his face, I don't like the way he looks. Somebody who lives smack.
That's a part of it too. Listen, he's definitely nut hunting. Chill out with that, all of that. He's gunning for the nutsack, so he's got to chill with that.
But I agree that to me, he feels like the muscle, like because he's surrounded by a bunch of pussies. Like Steph and Klay, they're great players, but they're not gonna fight anybody. They like pretend to fight people. Draymond Green is the muscle. He's the Charles Oakley what Charles Oakley was for the Knicks. What was this dude from the Pacers? The two centers, Antonio
others.
Yeah, that's what they were. They weren't gonna put up big numbers, but they're gonna fucking. They had Reggie Miller's back.
Brown.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
that's what I'm saying. That he's the muscle. That's the reason nobody's gonna fuck with Curry because you already know what's gonna pop up. Draymond Green's gonna be there.
Yeah,
the big dummy.
No, like I said, like I agree with everything you guys are saying, except
But
no, you don't. Just
No,
say
you
it, Rez.
don't.
You don't.
No,
agree
no,
with it.
you
It's okay.
you own a Draymond Green jersey, so no, you don't. You can't make a case when you own his
You
jersey.
can say no.
No. Like, so I'm a Draymond Green fan. Okay,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's what there ain't nothing wrong with that. But I like I said, I agree with what you're saying about him. Like, if he left the Warriors, he wouldn't really be like as his name wouldn't be thrown around like the way. Yeah, he wouldn't be relevant. But that's just what it is. I mean,
has he won? Has he won a Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, he has.
He has.
I want to say yes.
I don't think so.
But if he doesn't, I think he's in top.
I thought he did
contention now. I think this year he could get it because apparently the Warriors are first in every defensive stat as a team.
Do you remember when what's his nigga from the Jazz, Gordat, was dominating defensively? Like, what happened to him? Like, I can't believe how many times he won it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah,
and I'm not. He's a really solid player. I was never that impressed with him.
But yeah, me neither. That's the thing.
I don't think he's the best player on the team. To me, by far, it's Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell's a beast.
He's
J-Mac got that face like the Miami. He got the worst record in the league.
They're doing pretty well right now, but like I said, they're not going to catch up. I mean, the Warriors just got off to a ridiculous start.
Man, I wish I could just go back in time and record this and show you. Remember the preseason picks when he was like Miami Heat?
I have live.
I don't know what I picked. Miami Heat number 3 in the East, and they're number 4. So I'm pretty accurate.
No, but you had them winning the fucking championship and fucking destroying everybody.
No, I didn't.
That's the difference.
No, I didn't. No.
The way you was talking, we still got the video. We can go back and review it.
I have
to destroy everyone, but they have a chance to win the chip. They have a chance.
Cricket's chirping.
Everybody got real quiet.
Oh, okay. Here's a jersey.
Okay.
Go back and track. Here's a jersey that J-Max sent me because I won the bet. So it is Clippers, Quentin Richardson, Q Rich. He was a 3-point champion in 2006.
Sure.
It's a dope jersey.
That's a fire. I like that color.
This is the authentic one.
That's the one they're using now for the
San Diego Clippers version, or the
city edition.
Yeah, but good bet.
Back to Draymond Green.
But that team, man, that Lamar Odom, Corey Maggette,
Darius Miles,
Aloha Candy, that team was.
I love that squad.
Wilcox, I love that team, man.
Everyone except Oluwa Candy. That guy.
Yo, Candy, man. Yo, when he got drafted, I was like, who? From Pacific? Like, there's a team named Pacific?
I need me a Sam Cassell Clippers jersey.
Hands down one of the ugliest dudes in the league. Top 3. Popeye Jones, number 1, ugliest dude in the league. Sam Cassell. Yo, Sam Cassell.
How do we go from New Year's resolution
the Hall of Fame of ugly ass dudes, man? Huh?
How do we go from New Year's resolution to ugliest players in the league?
Bro, can you share a screen and show Popeye Jones, please?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna show him because I know.
Please show Popeye Jones. Somebody with a phone show Popeye Jones.
No, I know.
Sam Cassell on an ugly scale, he's like a 9 out of 10. But then when you see his teeth, he becomes a 10 out of 10.
Popeye Jones got everybody beat. And Tony Hill.
Who?
Was it Tony Hill? Not Hill from the Bucks.
Tyrone Hill?
Tyrone Hill. Oh Lord. That fucking guy.
What about Greg Oden?
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, Greg Oden's kind of cute. I'm not gonna say Greg Oden look like an old ass man, bro. He just look old.
He looked a little like LeBron. He looked like an older.
He looked like LeBron, the before and after LeBron, like LeBron when he gets old. All right, my bad. Go ahead, Rez. You need to take charge of this live, man.
Let me go to the next. Let me go to the next. Highlight the comments real quick.
You highlight Popeye Jones.
He says he's a Chris Bosh of the team. I think he's referring to Dre.
I was gonna say
that's
that.
a horrible comparison.
Rez is just being nice. He doesn't want to agree totally. Yeah, you're probably right. My Bulls are doing great this year.
They are looking good.
Whoa, throwback Richardson, cool. Thank you. Shout outs to J Mac for that. My Lakers is on a 1-game winning streak.
That is true. They won tonight. They're winning tonight, I think.
Yeah, Popeye's ears. Tyrone Hill has them beat.
Look, I'm telling you, bro.
Holding Polynese. Okay.
All right.
Polynese, Jesus. Yo, what about Tyrone Lue when he had braids? He looked like a WNBA player. Yo, he looked like a woman. Like, bro, he looked like he played for the New York Liberty, bro. I'm sorry. That'll be another topic for another day.
I'm not discriminating anybody, man.
Snacks
with braids
live.
What happened?
Snacks live next week is ugly ass players.
Ugly ass dudes. Tyrone Lue is up there, man.
So going back to the topic, J-Mac, if you're wondering, obviously the discussion tonight is just pretty much recapping 2021 and just kind of going over some New Year's resolutions. I've currently been going through my list, but going on to my next list or my next criteria on here, it's getting back into shape. That's something that I don't want to just do like new year, new me type of thing. I want to go back and making it like a lifestyle like I did back then. Because obviously, like, for those of you who don't know, I used to be like really, really, really big to the point where my health was at risk. And I had to start making some life-changing things, in terms of getting back into shape and just being more healthier and stuff like that. So, obviously knowing what to do and how to do it and how consistently to do it is important, especially now at this day and age, like with me being pointing at King Leo.
I'm saying because talk to King, man. He has great advice. He advised me.
Yeah, no, like, bro, we're looking at like the epitome of like health right here, man.
No. Don't full screen me, bro.
He just blew him up too.
Because health isn't just the exterior neither. It's also interior. Blood work is everything.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah, no.
And all of us in our age, I think we're all, Rez, you're the youngest. I think Snacks and J-Mac are a little bit older than you guys are in your 40s, right?
I'm only 40.
You're 40.
J-Mac's 22, man. He's just really stressed out.
22. Well, I gotta take this off. It's getting hot in here.
Recent college grad.
No, listen, blood work every year, man. I recommend that for sure. Because you can't start and you can't figure out where you need to go without that information.
Blood work?
Sure.
Gotcha.
I wish I did it more often. I did it, I think, for the first time in a couple of months. Mm-hmm. And, my cholesterol was a little high. And just being some real man shit. Like, we don't do this enough, especially Hispanic men, especially minority men. We don't do it enough because we're like, well, if nothing ain't cracking and crickling, then we fine. But in general, I'm sure that's most men. So yeah, man, be on top of that blood work at least every year. You get it free through your insurance. So
cool. Yeah, no, that's a very good. That's very great advice. I actually had my my annual physical earlier this year, and there was a lot of stuff that I started to learn about myself, and things that I need to start making changes on, because obviously I could be in better shape, but there's people out there who are probably, in worse shape than myself. But, you only have one life, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is your body, treat your body with respect and take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be one of those people that's like bedridden where I can't take care of myself, because that's something that I promised myself when I was at a younger age that I would never, get to. And I know we don't have control over what happens. sometimes things are just out of our control, and that's just what it is. But 9 times out of 10, a lot of stuff could be prevented, with just simple step-by-steps, making better decisions, going for a walk every day, just working out a little bit, lifting 50-pound dumbbells like King every now and then. You know what I mean? But nah, like, I get what you're saying. It's very important, and that goes to everybody in here. For all the 17 people that are in this live stream, take that information and take it home with you, because when you start getting older, like this is stuff that I never thought I would be talking about, let alone with people on the screen with me here, but it is important, and I take my health very seriously, because my family has a history of being, having health issues and stuff like that. And I'm a product of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can prevent it, but it's harder when when your parents have issues, and then runs in your blood, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of this stuff could be controlled to an extent. Sam says King Leo needs a segment on healthy lifestyles to better fit the jerseys for Jersey heads. Hey, that might be something. That's definitely something that I've never seen.
Yeah, no, that'd be dope. I mean, the thing is that it's I would say this, right? The best diet is the diet you could stick to. So there's guys who've lost weight on eating McDonald's every day and actually have gotten healthier from that. I would never recommend that, but if you lose weight, however it takes for you to lose weight, I think there's best versions to lose weight, and it takes a lot of research but is 1,000 ways to skin a cat. So some people like to do keto. I'm not a big fan of keto, but if somebody could do keto and it works for them, God bless. Somebody could do carnivore and it works for them, God bless. Somebody could do vegan and it works for them, God bless. I'm not a big fan of those. I think a balanced diet is the best diet. You just have to know exactly what you're putting into your body. And I think we don't do that enough. I hate the fact of counting calories. I kind of don't still to this day. But I know what I'm eating is a lean piece of meat. And I know if I have 4 of these, it's this amount of protein and this amount of calories. So for the most part, if I eat that for every day, I know what I'm for the most part putting in my diet. Now, granted, we're all gonna have a pizza once in a while. We're all gonna have a Wendy's burger once in a while because they're delicious. So, but for the most part, if you can stay consistent for the most part, 5 out of the 7 days, be consistent. The day you decide to have a bad meal, but at least the first 2 meals were on point. If we could control it to that extent, then you'll end up being ahead of the game.
Thanks. Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. I agree with you 110%, King. And I do agree with you in the sense too. Like keto, like I have a lot of friends that lost a lot of weight that were trying to get me on it. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Not that I haven't.
I didn't like it.
I tried it for a little bit, and I felt really, really not good. Like my body was starting to fall apart. Just not having certain things in my system just wasn't good for me. Let me just highlight some comments here real quick. But he says, "Hey King, I'm 41 now, and I play ball every Saturday now. I heard you say that you're going to get back into shooting and balling too. Hard, but once you get started, it's worth it."
Yeah, I plan on to, man. That's one of the reasons why I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight, because I don't want to come back to the court too heavy. Just so I could be a little bit more agile and not really kill my knees. I usually pretty good when it comes to sneakers. So I always try to have a really pretty heavy cushions sneakers, and I always have some sort of knee sleeves or compression pants and stuff like that. So, but no, I want to get back into basketball for sure. EW. So,
yeah, no, that's what's up. Russell Kelly, what up, Blink King? Says lean, mean, meat.
So
sure.
It's funny you say that, Russ. I'm sorry if I'm kind of like taking over a little bit, Rez.
Nah, not at all.
But I will say this. I thought I was very nonchalant on what type of meat that I used. And I very much use, like I would use often 80-20 ground beef or 80-20 ground turkey. It doesn't matter. But I would use a higher fat meat. And I decided to go to a leaner meat. So I would now use 90-10 fat, protein lean to fat ratio, and even a 93-7 meat. And believe it or not, that alone has done so much more and helping me lose a little bit of weight. So believe it or not, lean meats are actually pretty helpful. Saturated, we need fats. We need fats for our hormones. So you want to get it in your eggs, but if you can still eat lean meat, you'll be fine. There's still enough fat content to keep your hormones where they need to be.
For sure. Would you say like in terms of like eating eggs, like what's the best egg to eat? Is it like hard boiled or is it like sunny side up, scrambled? Like how do you?
Me personally, I mean, eat what's going to be something that you can eat, because some people can't eat hard boiled eggs. First of all, they stink like shit. So
yeah, they do.
So that's one. I personally like sunny side with a little bit of yolk, a little bit soft, maybe a little, like juicy in a little bit. But some people, like my wife, just like scrambled eggs. So I had to make scrambled eggs just for her. So however you're going to eat it is the best way. But how I like it is usually sunny side up or over easy the most.
Gotcha. Just to highlight one more comment here before we move on. It says, EW says, I was 190 and now I'm back to my high school weight of 150. I just eat one big meal a day and drink water often. And when I eat small portions of food and I don't get too full but too satisfied. Yeah, that's cool. That's exactly what I did back then too when I lost all that weight. I literally, like, the skinniest that I've ever been is 140 pounds. And that was very skinny. I don't think I would ever want to go back to being that skinny. My target goal is to be somewhere around, I want to say like 180 to 190. I don't want to go past above. I don't want to be in the 200 zone anymore. I'd rather just be 190 pounds lean, but like obviously I still have some work to do because I'm over 200 pounds right now currently. But for my body frame and how I felt when I was around that weight, I felt a lot better. I wasn't as tired. My body was a lot more functional when I was that skinnier. And just like you said, like, being the weight that I'm in, I can't really play ball like at that level that I used to play. I'm not trying to be like Zion Williamson where, I'm having like knee issues and stuff like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're 200 pounds, 300 pounds, or even higher up, then there's nothing wrong with that. Since we're on the topic of weight, I just want to give a huge shout out real quick to Slim, to Big Slim, because he's actually done a phenomenal job with his journey, of losing weight, because he's been openly public about it. And, for him to be the weight that he was and to accomplish like the goals that he's accomplished over the years is amazing, and I know that he's battled with a lot of stuff, personally. So I'm not trying to put his business out there, but I do want to give a huge shout out to him because he's a walking testament. And all of us have lost weight. I know, Snacks, you lost a lot of weight too. I know some of your pictures, that was definitely a milestone for you, I'm sure, and as well as myself, and the thing is, nobody told me to do it. It was just one of those things where I just was tired of being, the weight that I was at the time. And I just started making better life choices. And now that I'm 34, and I'm going to get married next year, it's definitely an eye opener for me because I want to be able to make sure I'm around when, me and my girl are married and stuff like that. So,
yeah, no, it's a tough topic, man, because you know what? Men don't talk about it enough. I actually have Ewings, by the way, Dan Zell. I have one pair though. we don't talk about it enough, but the fact is, when we gain weight, we do actually gain some depression with that. When we gain some issues with that, and we don't feel as confident in ourselves, and maybe we don't feel as confident when we see somebody walk into a room and they're more in shape, and you know, we're kind of insecure. We're very insecure creatures. Just it is what it is. Like, some people may have more insecurity, some people may have less insecurity, but there hasn't been too many men I haven't come across, the most confident of men, or what seemed confident, not have a little bit of insecurity. And you know, and at the end of the day, man, like, sometimes the weight loss can be a part of that. So, you know,
Yeah.
and it, you know, and health too, just general health just comes a lot. It's better when you lose a little bit of weight.
Facts. Just to kind of shine some positive light on this topic, because I know weight is not usually, it's not an easy topic to talk about with some people in the room, and I do appreciate everybody in here in the comment section that has been open with their, you know, weights and stuff like that. But just to put a positive light on things, I definitely want to get back into shape. One of my goals is to get back to looking like this. As my Power Rangers costume, my cosplay. But obviously it is airbrush. I didn't have a 6-pack or 8-pack.
Are you LARPing?
Huh?
Are you LARPing?
Am I LARPing? What is that?
Yeah. Is that what that is? LARPing?
I don't know what LARPing means. What does that mean, bro?
Isn't that the shit in Hawkeye? You seen Hawkeye?
I haven't seen that yet. Oh, you're spoiling it.
All right, so then I'll wait. I'll wait till later.
I just got, my girl just got Disney Plus, so I'm starting to catch up on stuff. So I just finished WandaVision. I know I'm so far behind.
Ooh.
I just finished The Mandalorian season 1, which I'm now working on season 2.
Mandalorian?
Yes, The Mandalorian, and I know the Book of Boba Fett came out already, so I gotta.
You gotta see Mandalorian is great
for sure. No, I finished. I like binge watched.
So you have to see Loki still.
Mm-hmm.
You have to see Falcon. You have to see Shang-Chi. The 10
I seen
rings.
that one. Yeah, I seen that one.
And then you have to see Hawkeye. Hawkeye's the latest one.
Yeah. So
and the Eternals, I honestly didn't love the Eternals. It's the only one I didn't really care about.
I keep hearing that.
But I would say see it anyway if you're already invested.
For sure. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna watch that next. So my girl was telling me I need to watch Falcon. Winter
Falcon was
Soldier.
good.
Then I gotta watch Loki. Then I gotta watch
Loki started all this bullshit. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. I'm sure he did, because like the trailer kind of talked about what he did and everything, and I'm like, damn, bro.
Not his fault though. It's weird.
Nah. LARP equals live action role play. Okay, for sure. See, I'm so far. I'm out of touch, bro. I'm out of touch when it comes to this type of stuff, man. Borsch says you're lucky you get to binge it. Yeah, I'm actually off this whole week, so
I would love to.
I'm definitely gonna. I have a lot of catching up to do, and obviously, like with Netflix too, I still need to watch that new Matrix film. I've heard bad things about it, but I still want to watch it.
It's bad.
Don't waste
Is it really that bad?
Yeah,
it's so bad.
I mean, I want to like it, but it's bad.
It's boring, bro. It's fucking boring.
Okay, so I gotta know: is it a reboot or is it a sequel?
No, it's not a reboot.
So
it carries over.
A continuation. It's literally part 4.
Wow.
It's just watch it. Maybe you'll like it. But personally, this shit was boring.
Well, I didn't like the third Matrix. I thought that was trash. So
the video game's great.
Third Matrix gonna look amazing compared to this fucking new thing.
Man, that sucks.
It's just boring. Because you know what Neo is capable of, and the whole time you're like, Neo, do the Neo stuff. He just doesn't do it. I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga used to like fucking put his hand through fucking people and fly and all that shit, and you're like,
yeah.
From what I gathered and the way Keanu Reeves looks, like the character Neo, it looks like he went back to like the Matrix and he forgot about who he was, and I feel like they're trying to bring him back.
It's something.
That's kind of what I'm interpreting from the trailer.
That movie should have been an hour and 30, 20 minutes, not fucking 2 hours.
How long was it? 2 hours, you said?
Like 2 hours and some change.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I stopped watching it. Like I was invested in it. And like when the action started, I just like, I'm not gonna watch this anymore. This is fucking stupid. Because Neo wasn't doing Neo stuff. It's like, in a dream, like you're in a fight and you're like, they kind of do that in the movie, but you're like trying to run away from the guy that's trying to kill you. Isn't that frustrating? Like, you can run fast. Mm-hmm. What the fuck, man? Do Neo stuff. You're the one, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just picture Superman without his powers. Like he just forgot how to be Superman. And you're like,
Spider-Man. Oh, Spider-Man for sure. I saw that. Yo, by the way, there is somebody just spoiled it. So sorry for those of you who didn't watch it.
Bro, if you haven't watched Spider-Man yet, I hate when people say, "Oh, spoiler alert." But like Spider-Man been out for like what, almost 2 weeks, going on 2 weeks?
No, a week.
Oh, if you haven't watched it, you're not a fucking Spider-Man fan.
What up, Mikey?
Oh, he's rocking the Stabler. I like that.
Yeah, I got a little tribute for John Madden.
That's crazy.
The only
what?
jersey I own that represents a player that he coached. So figured.
So what's gonna happen now? Is is the Madden video game franchise gonna change? Are they gonna continue it? Like
Madden hasn't been part of the Madden game in years. Mm-hmm. That's why he's not even on the cover anymore. He used to be on the cover all the time. and he used to how you call it announce the games and shit. But he's just a name. He's not really involved like that.
I didn't because I haven't played video games in a long time. I'm just now starting to get back into it. What's up, Big John? And I didn't realize I was playing Madden since the first one, where they used to have the Jets called the New Jersey Jets, and they would have the New York Football Giants, and it'd be the New Jersey Jets. It was crazy, but the ambulance would run over everybody. That
was the best part, yeah.
And if you played with Lawrence Taylor, or if you played with like some sicko maniac, and for whatever reason, Randall Cunningham was always injury prone.
And when you hear the crack, it's like you hear the cracking of the bone.
Madden has been such a part of my childhood. I played Madden from 90 to maybe 2006 or 7. I think I stopped buying it because I was like, all right, well, I'm an adult. I gotta like do adult shit. And now I'm starting to actually get back
do adult shit.
My wife hates it, but I actually brought it back.
I haven't played any games. Like I haven't followed any games for years too. Like, believe it or not, like I used to be a hardcore gamer. I used to compete in tournaments and stuff. I'm into like fighting games, so like Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, and all that stuff. But I used to play competitively, and I actually won a couple of tournaments myself. But like, it's funny because like people ask me now, they're like, "Oh, do you play games and stuff? Like, are you?" And I'm just like, bro, that was like another life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the time of day anymore to like play like I used to. Now, if I play casually. I don't play like super in depth like I used to and stuff like that. But Borscht says that they're gonna call it Joe Buck 23.
That's funny.
Yeah, but everyone hasn't watched Spider-Man movies, so yep.
I need to go see that.
Big John and Mighty Man, I appreciate you guys hopping on tonight. This is the last live stream of 2021, and the description of the video is pretty much New Year's resolutions. What we're talking about, just kind of recapping 2021. So I'm almost done with my list. So once I finish,
your list been going on for 2 hours.
It's almost because we got distracted with Draymond Green and
I know, and Popeye Jones. I get it.
And all that stuff. Yeah, I know. Let me finish this list. All right, so I have three more to go over. So the next one is better spending habits. So obviously, that's going to be tough considering we're all collectors in here in some way, shape, or form. But it's just more so of like knowing when not to pull the trigger on something. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole FOMO thing is real. And I experienced it firsthand, like this entire year. You know, there's a lot of stuff I bought. I mean, it wasn't like necessarily like impulse buy, because all the stuff I bought was stuff that I wanted, but it was just a matter of not buying it at that moment in time. You know what I mean? And I know Mighty, you know, your in the life video, I saw your last video that you were talking about with the Rick Barry, and it was one of those things. That's definitely a FOMO moment. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a jersey that was on your list for almost half a year, and it was something that got away. You know what I'm saying?
No, it ain't get away. He let it get away.
He let it get away. Okay.
He had it on his watch list for so long. So this is different.
Well, yeah. So I mean, like, I feel like that too with a lot of my stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff on my watch list that has still been sitting, and then that one day I check it and I look at the ended tab on eBay, and there's a whole. I'm like, all right, what's gone? And I go through everything that is ended. You know, I click on the item and it says this item is no longer available. You know, and it just makes me feel like the FOMO, like, damn it, man. Like, I really wish that I had pulled the trigger and I had like X amount of days, you know, from the time the year started to buy this thing, and I didn't buy it. You know what I mean?
My thing is I always believe it. Like, I was having this conversation yesterday. If you want something, you really want something, you would have bought it, hands down. But it's one of those things that, like, you just put it in the back burner. Like, if it's a jersey that you really fucking want, because like right now, Mighty Fan will never have a Billy White Shoes Johnson on a watch list for months. He'll fucking buy it right now. I don't give a fuck. That's what would you say, Mighty? That was one of those fuck it jerseys. Like, fuck it, I'm getting it.
That was the fuck it, which the Barry also should have been. But it's like I said in the vid. I have a tier of this is the stuff that I know I gotta move on.
Yep.
And then there's stuff below it. But the problem, as we all know, is there's always stuff that just pops up. You know, you have chances of stuff like this. I just had a chance at it, and I knew it was rare. I had to grab it. And, you know, by doing that, you miss out on some other stuff, including some stuff that have been high on your want list. And I should get this, but there's that. And look at the price of that is a little better. I can do this. It was like one of those, and I know I said this in the vid, but it was one of those I got comfortable with jerseys because it was there, and it was there for a very long time. And at that price point, I'm like, I just got comfortable. I'm like, yeah, you know, it's there. I can just come back to it. And then the time came where I couldn't. And I see that jersey enough. I know eventually I'll grab it. And it might be one of those fucking jerseys for me now. It might be the next time I see it, you know, I might just say, all right, I'm not giving anyone else a shot. You know, I'm going to have to be mean about it. I'm just grabbing the thing, you know, heck with it. But if hearts get broken, hearts get broken. I mean, it's the way it is. But
hey, Mighty, by the way, you look really awesome in silver and black, man. If you ever want to not be an Eagles fan, you look good in silver and black.
The Vault guys, so we, you know, we did our weekly sports talk show, and I had to represent for John Madden, so you know, got to fit it on with the jersey looking like Ice Cube right now, but you know,
I like that with the beard. I'm saying, like, yo, NFL better fucking pay respect to John Madden. I want to see a patch on everybody's fucking jersey.
I know. I would love that. I would love that.
On everybody, not just the Raiders. I don't want to see a fucking sticker. I want to see a fucking patch. Like, the size is gonna be like this big. Like, that's huge.
But no, it is tough, and Rez, I hear exactly what you're saying about being careful. It's tough though, because there's just too much out there, and the problem is there's so many outlets, and you're looking at all these different outlets, and stuff just pops up daily, and it really will mess with you if you let it. So I try my best to.
It's tough. No, it really is
even keel, but it's.
This I think it started with like when damage got really bad for me. It was not really bad, but like when I had to check myself was when the City Edition stuff started dropping.
Oh god.
That when that stuff started, that created a domino effect because then Mitchell and Ness started releasing their sale, There are 40 VIP. Was it 40 or 45%?
They had a 40 and then 30, 35.
Yeah. So that sale, I capitalized. I took advantage of all of those sales that Mitchell and Ness did. I did the 40%, I did the 35%, and then I did the 50%. And all of those drops, I picked up something from, and that all happened in the course of like this month, really, like from November up until.
I know what you mean, bro. I picked up so many jerseys, I'm disgusted.
You get jerseys of players you can't even pronounce the name.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean, like it's not like I couldn't afford it, but it was definitely like I could have.
I had to give myself like a 2-week like break, and it's funny because Snacks had posted a Jeter jersey, and I was like, "Yo, I want it."
That.
I gave myself like, "Yo, I need to chill the fuck out."
I saw that.
I was wilding.
Well, I mean, like that's.
And Christmas time was coming, and I know I had a bunch of things coming up for the holidays that I wanted to just make a priority of. Like, yeah, I made myself a priority this whole year. I could leave myself alone or put me to the back burner for a couple of weeks. And man, I'm telling you, when you see this 50 pickups, it's gonna be crazy.
That's fucking nuts, bro.
And see the hard thing I know, because I live that way too, King Leo, is I know you go after the jerseys and the kicks. So that's double the danger, right?
You know what I bought today?
For me, is the jerseys and the hats. And
Pine Greens.
And believe me,
Pine Greens, just to go with this
get like 4 hats.
Celtics thing.
Oh, you don't even know how much these things add up.
I can't even with the freaking shoes no more, man. I look at this. I tried to sign up. I did sign up for all the my local malls for the patent bread ones that are dropping Friday. Is it? Look at all these damn tickets that I got, bro, and not a single.
Go with this.
Yeah, you got the Russell there, yeah.
The GOAT.
And like I said, this time of year is old because the most stuff comes out.
Yeah, so I mean, just kind of going back to what I was saying, you know, like better spending habits. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have to buy everything like that I bought. Like they were all stuff on my list, but it was like buying it all like at this time. You know, maybe I shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I have regrets or anything because I got all this stuff for a great deal, but it's just like being more self-aware, knowing when to just like live to fight another day type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And I know it sucks because us as collectors, we battle with this all the time. I'm sure Mighty, you could attest for this. Big John, Snacks, Leo. I know you guys all have that, you know, in your head when you're trying to determine, you know, should I buy this jersey now? Should I wait? You know. It's one of those things like as a collector, you know, you just got to be more mindful of it.
That's happened to me more than once, man. I can't tell you how many times. There was a couple times where I had to pull the trigger, like with this Ken Stabler. I was like, to me, when it comes to Ken Stabler, he's one of those hard to find guys. So I was like, you know what, I gotta pull the trigger, and I'm happy I did.
That's exactly how I felt with the Charlie Joyner jersey when I bought it. Because I know how rare that jersey is. You don't ever see that jersey really pop up. That and then I was thinking about getting a Kellen Winslow, but I chose to get the Joyner because I was like the seller had a bunch of Charger stuff. He had a Dan Fouts, he had a Tomlinson, all jerseys that I wanted, by the way, from the Chargers, and I could only pick one. And I went with my gut, which was the Joyner. And I'm glad I got the Joyner because the Winslow was still on he still has it available, but you know, I don't want to dig myself in a deeper hole, you know, with all these other pickups. I'm not even a Chargers fan. You know, there's like so many other jerseys out there that I would like to get, but yeah, it sucks, man, having to really, you know, bite the bullet on some things, but it is what it is, you know. All right. My next one is balance life better. That's something that I struggled with for a long time. And I'm still dealing with it today, and I'm always going to deal with it, but it's just a matter of finding time, you know, when to step away from YouTube or social media. You know, I've actually considered deactivating my account a couple of times, you know.
Instagram or YouTube?
Mainly Instagram and also Facebook. I've thought about doing that too, just because sometimes I feel like social media consumes me. I don't know if you guys feel the same
Sure.
way, but
all the time.
it's tough, man, because you're constantly seeing people post, about their life, and it's not one of those things where it's like I'm envious, but it's like when I see people post all this stuff about like their goals and their achievements and everything, it almost kind of makes me feel like I'm not doing what I need to be doing. And it almost starts to cause a distraction in reality of what I am actually doing. And I have to find myself telling myself, like, dude, I'm working hard. I'm doing a lot. I'm working a 9 to 5. I'm doing this YouTube stuff. I'm staying in touch with everybody else, you guys being a part of the community. And all that stuff sometimes transpires into me missing a day going for, the gym or going for a walk or exercising. And I don't want to be like that. Sometimes like I have to like rain check my fiance sometimes, like, because I'm like, oh, I got a live stream Wednesday night. You know what I'm saying? And she wants to go watch a movie or something. And I just like, I need to be more self-aware of my time management and just balancing when's the time to spend with my family and my friends and when's the time to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So far I've done pretty decent with it, but there are times where, like I feel like I'm not up for a live stream, even though it's Wednesdays and I advertise, oh, I'm going live, I'm going live every Wednesday. Sometimes I'll cancel it because I have so much going on. And, that's just life, Mighty. I know you sometimes, your series of The Fan, I know you said you missed a couple of them, and I'm sure you had good reason to miss it. You have a life outside of this. We all have a life outside of this, but we all love this. So it's one of those things where, I just need to be better when it comes to like prioritizing what I balance and what's a priority to me. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's hard. Cause, for something, it's almost like, like when it's time, like when a player, like an athlete retires, I'm sure they don't want to retire, but your body can only handle the physicality that it, endures for the career of you playing, and that's kind of like, obviously it's two different things, but it's kind of like the same concept. Like you love doing this stuff, but your body can only give so much to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I feel sometimes. Like that whole put out 3 videos a week, like that can get very exhausting, to get very draining, especially, when I have a full-time job and, I'm not trying to like make a pity story about myself. It's just, like sometimes this stuff, it takes a lot out of me,
Sure.
Production and scripts and ideas and everything like that, all right, we are on my last list. We made it, but it's pretty much focus on the simpler things in life. Just something as simple as going out for a walk and just admiring the view, or spending time with my nieces and nephews, or just spending time with my fiance, going out to eat and or going out for a movie. I know obviously with COVID, it's kind of hard to do a lot of these things right now, but it's just appreciating things, and just kind of appreciating what I have, because obviously I have so much behind me. Like sometimes I fail to realize like what I have is dope. Why don't I just appreciate it? Kind of like what you mentioned with the jerseys, like Snacks. You want to enjoy your jerseys. You don't want to keep thinking like, oh, on to the next one, on to the next one. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but personally for me, like I know like the pickups that I'm going to be getting are not going to be as frequent as they're going to be next year as they were this year. And I mean that. Like I can't be picking up stuff at the rate that I'm picking up this year or next year. Like next year is going to be a completely different mindset for me. I have to, because I'm getting married. Like I don't have a choice. Like I have to start making the adjustments accordingly. But like I do have plenty of content that'll last me for a very long time that I have yet to show on the channel. So it's not like I'm gonna deactivate my YouTube or anything like that. It's just that me kind of stepping back for a second and focusing, on just like simple things and just appreciating, what I have, I think will really help me in my mental, it'll help me kind of get over this these roadblocks that I encounter sometimes, you know. So and those are my lists. I don't know if you guys want to share any of your goals or resolutions.
No, I just wanted to kind of just talk a little bit though, because we know since we're talking like real life stuff, we're all Snack says it all the time with our collections. We're all in different spaces collecting. We're also all in different spaces in life. So, like, I've been married for almost 8 years. You guys probably don't know that. This is the first time me telling you that. And I've been with my wife for 12 years. And I have a 18-year-old. I have a 6-year-old. I have a 3-year-old. So I have all of this. So I was there when you were there. I was there once where I was just about to get married, and I felt like, man, this was a lot. This was a lot to intake. Like, I have all these pressures of trying to make the wedding perfect, trying to move into an apartment, which is new bills, trying to establish and build a relationship with my future wife. And it seems like a lot, and it is a lot, but it's a lot for your time period. Now thinking when you're 8 years from now, you're gonna be like, oh, that shit was no big deal, because everybody's always embellished in their personal moment, but there's a long life to live. We so in the end of the day, like, you're gonna look at this with your wife 6 years from now and sipping some white wine or something, and you're gonna be thinking like, hey babe, remember when we were struggling, or maybe when, like, I bought all those jerseys that one year. That shit was crazy, and you're gonna be laughing, and the next thing is gonna be the next thing, and the next thing's so everybody's, that's just one thing I wanted to say. Another thing, the social media. I know you had spoken about that. Sometimes what happens to me is I tap on Instagram and look through it without thinking. Like, it's just such an easy thing to do, to waste time, that I just go, okay, I'm gonna open my phone, just look at Instagram and just scroll aimlessly. And where I get to the point where I'm doing it too often, I put Instagram to a folder, or I put Instagram to another page. It's not my home screen page no more. So that helps me. I don't need to deactivate it. That's for what? Because I'm gonna go right back to it eventually. But I need a break. And this is just telling my brain to say, yo, Instagram's not that important. Let's, maybe we should paint with my daughter. Maybe I should paint, or maybe I should watch a movie with my youngest son. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on social media with that. And then there was something else that you had mentioned. What was your not the last two? What was the one before the thing you had mentioned? Yeah.
Better spending habits.
No. What was after that?
Getting back into shape.
After that one.
Staying consistent.
Consistency. Okay. Oh, yes, that's exactly what I wanted to mention. So what I found was this. And this works for me. Everybody's different. But I try to be as efficient as I can as I gotten older, because my time is less. So I need time for. First off, we all work. So now that's a minimum 40 hours a week for most of us, maybe 35, depending on if that's what your full-time job is. That's a minimum 40 hours a week plus travel time. We don't incorporate that, but travel time is easily another hour to 2 hours for some people. So now we're talking 10 hours a day. That's gone completely, not with your family. So what I try to do is just be as efficient as possible. So tomorrow, I'm off tomorrow, right? Mm-hmm. Which I took off to be with my family, because I like to be off during these time periods. So I took off. So tomorrow I got to think about, I already know what I'm eating for breakfast. I already know the time slot that I have to work out. And if I wanted to do a video, which I'm not going to do, I'm probably not going to do a video until maybe another 3, 4, 5 days from now. But if I wanted to do a video, I would incorporate that time into that, knowing exactly what video I'm going to do. So I'll incorporate, all right, I want to do a Jason Tatum video and a Bill Russell video. Let me just knock those two out. So I'll have a video for Friday, Saturday, and I could place them, or if I could separate them every couple of days. Now I have a video for Friday and then Sunday. So I would just say, like, as we get older, we have to be really efficient with our time to where we know what we're doing pretty much the next day to the hour. And if you get good at that, you know, it just falls into place. And that just works for me. Somebody else may not be that anal with how they do their time, or somebody may be even more anal with how they do it. But that just, for me, I know, all right, I wanna go to bed at this time. I want to wake up around this time, and I want to start eating breakfast at this time, which then leads me to work out around this time. And something, you know, a phone call may happen between then and may disrupt the time. But for the most part, if you could stay consistent with that, that just, you know, that's everything.
Yeah. Oh, that's great advice, King. And, you know, thank you for sharing, you know, some of your personal life and, you know, your time management. Cause I know for you, you know, you're a family man, you know, you have a wife, you have kids, you know, you have your own spot, you know, everything. And you have a dog, you know, that's another responsibility, you know.
Sure.
And same thing with you, Snacks, you know, you have your dog too, and you're with your girl and your own place, and Mighty, you have a roof over your head, and, you know, Big John, you know, we all have different paths. We're all on different paths in life, but that's what I love about this circle that I have, and everybody else that's live with me is that we all come from different walks of life, but yet we all can kind of meet in the middle and kind of just talk things out and share our passion. You know, I try not to talk too personally on my live streams on my YouTube, because believe it or not, I am a very private person. I don't really like putting a lot of my personal business out there for security reasons. But, you know, with you guys, you know, I feel like I could talk to you guys about some of these things. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because, like, I've always mentioned this, and I'm going to continue mentioning this until I meet you guys all one day. But I've never met you guys, but I feel like I've known you guys almost my entire life. You know what I'm saying? Or at least a big extent of my life. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just one of those things, which is a beautiful thing. And that's also another goal I want to add on this list. Maybe not next year, but definitely very soon. I would like to meet up with you guys at least one time. You know what I'm saying? And kind of take that out. That'll be a resolution.
It's funny you say that, because Roberto just texted me that he's planning on moving back to the East Coast. And in doing so, the first thing I thought of is that at least the East Coast guys, because it's so much easier. Red's coming from fucking, you know, the other side of the world. It'd be so much tougher. But at least us guys, if it's just one day, even if I just go one day in Philly and drive back the same night, I don't mind that. But I definitely want to hang out with you guys.
For sure.
Get Snack to come down from Connecticut. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. I know Snacks and Mighty, you guys met up along with Medora Mark. And I know, like me, I met up with Bay Area Throwbacks, which is cool. He's actually in the Bay right now. I might, if I have some time this week, I'll probably meet up with him one more time again. But yeah, you know, like meeting up with Mighty, going to the Mighty Kingdom, maybe Big John one day. Maybe we'll catch a wrestling show or something, you know, and, you know, King Leo, maybe we could have like a workout session or something. You know, but yeah, it's like that's what I love about this community, man. That's what I love about this circle, is that we all, you know, we all have different walks of life, but like I said, we all connect on some level. Do you guys want to share any of your like resolutions or goals before I go on to the next topic?
I mean, I'm probably gonna slow down on jerseys a little bit. Only because
he's like nodding his head. He's like, no, you're not.
Only because, until the Kevin Durant and Embiid City Edition come out. Only because I really think I have everything that I got that I want. I'm starting to look at it from that angle.
He's like, no, you're not.
I really have everything that I want. I have all my favorite players' jerseys. So I think I'm gonna just slow down on the jerseys, to be honest. And then as far as sneakers, I'll probably never stop completely. I know that. But even this year, I think I've only bought like 17 pairs, which is very little for me. I have years I had 40 pairs. So I think I do see myself slowing down, man. Not that I want to. I just like there's nothing else to really get anymore.
Interesting.
I have some stuff too, guys. Definitely I gotta start taking care of my health. You know, I've been losing weight slowly and definitely focus on that. I started hitting the gym a lot more, going for walks and all that. And I'll tell you, I've been feeling real good. Also, I gotta start taking care of myself mentally as well. Sometimes I borrow a lot of things up, and I know it's unhealthy, but man, it's something I've been working on as well. But definitely talking to you guys have helped me out a lot. Mighty, you're a real cool dude, man. I like talking to you. I love your sports knowledge. You are awesome. King Leo, you are the man as well, brother.
Thank you.
And Throwback King, you're also the man. All you guys, man, y'all are awesome.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, really.
And also, I got to cool down on them buying all the jerseys. Oh, man, it's been wearing me out.
It's tough.
Your mother's been getting on you, hasn't she? The Hindu mothers, I know.
My mom's been, she hasn't been getting on me too much, though. But I had to go to I mentioned the weight loss thing. Mighty, I don't know. Mighty, I think you might know what I went through. She made me go to an Indian wedding yesterday.
Oh, no.
You want to talk about getting picked on? They was getting me about my weight. And then they wonder why I don't go to those parties and weddings and stuff. It's because every time I go to them, somehow someone always has to say something about my weight. And I'm like, yo, I've lost 50 pounds or I've lost 30 pounds. And no, they just keep getting on me. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go again.
It's tough. Nah, you know what, Big John? Like I could definitely, I know where you're coming from, because me coming from a Filipino Asian family, that's like the number one topic of discussion is your weight, your marital status, and your schooling. Those are the three main things.
Yeah.
That and what kind of job do you have? You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, yes.
You know, those are the four main things. Like, and it's tough because, like, my siblings, my brother and my sisters are older than me, and they already all are pretty much like settled in with their own lives. They got, they're doing what they're doing in their point in life. And, for me, I'm kind of like in a position where I'm transitioning into that. And I'm already getting bombarded with all these questions from my family. And it's all love, I'm not taking any offense to it, but it's like the questions I'm getting is, oh, when are you going to give us grandkids? When are you going to, when are you going to get your own spot? And when you're going to do all this? And I'm just like, dude, like I'm taking baby steps in this, I'll do it when I'm
Now, see, this is the issue I got. Can you guys actually, like, all y'all fools are frozen, and I'm the only one moving? This is what I was talking about when Snacks was live last night.
I'm moving right now.
Yo, Rez is just like this.
I don't know.
I mean, it's the usual from King. His arms are in the way. Snacks. His screen is black. There's nothing there.
Bro, you need to get away from. You got cricket wireless or something.
No, I got Sprint / T-Mobile.
That's why.
Now we got an echo. We got all kinds of shit going on.
I can leave. Yeah, I mean, I just figured I would try to tap in. I'm not at home, obviously. That's why I'm not.
And he's in the sticks. There's nothing but deer and rabbits out there.
The deer thing, yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Love you, Slim.
Yeah, whatever.
You coming for that Warner movie, Slim?
What was that? Sorry, I got COVID cron or whatever they call that shit now.
Yeah.
Oh no, not very bro.
I feel 100 times better than I did a few days ago.
I really hate to say this, but I really do think that come my wedding day, everybody's gonna be wearing masks, including the bride
and jerseys, right?
And jerseys.
I mean, what the fuck, man? If I'm serious,
My girl would kill me, bro, if I wore a jersey to the freaking. She'd be like, "What are you doing?"
But baby, it's a Steph Curry.
I tried to have her when in the beginning when we were planning and stuff like that. I tried to have her change the wedding theme colors to Warriors colors, and she was not. She was like, no. I mean, she's a little fan for one for Warriors, and just the color, like blue and yellow, like the wedding. That's unheard of. I don't think it is.
For real, am I messing up the stream?
I don't know. I don't know who's echoing.
I hear echo.
Hold on. Let me try and mute you this time. All right, is it still? Oh, see.
Yeah, there's no echo now.
Yeah, there's no echo.
Just has muted you.
Yeah, I don't know.
You coming for that Warner movie, Slim?
I don't know, man. It's a long drive for just a movie.
New Year's Eve. Yeah, we can party it up.
Party it up. Watch you fucking sleep.
I just want to say Happy New Year.
Watch the Eagles game.
Yeah, I can't even stay past midnight anymore, dude.
Cobra Kai, Cobra Kai comes out fucking New Year's Eve. That's happening.
Yeah, that too.
I'm binge watching that shit. I'm a Karate Kid fan through and through.
Yeah,
fellas, Happy New Year, and I'll catch you guys.
All right, appreciate you, brother, man. If I don't talk to you, Happy New Year. You and your family.
Be good.
All right, bro.
All right, family.
Peace. Is it still echoing?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Let me highlight some of the comments real quick. You know what, Sam? I'm gonna mute you for a second, and then if you need to talk,
we'll find then.
Yo, I'm not the one that's echoing, bro.
I love it when Mighty was doing this. That was funny.
Let me just highlight some of these comments real quick. Don't rush, Rez. Trust me, it will come, and when it does, there's no going back. No, for sure. Definitely enjoy your time. I definitely will. Must be reception from your phone. Sam says, echo. Yes, Cobra Kai is a show. Yeah, no, for sure. I saw season 1 of Cobra Kai, but I didn't. After I finished it, but that was like when it was on YouTube Red, and I think now it's what is it on Netflix now? I think. I don't remember. Yeah, so I definitely got to watch that and pick up the season because I enjoyed season 1. I thought that was super dope. But going back to the question, I mean, do you guys have any like resolutions you'd like to share and stuff like that?
Personally, this time, hopefully, not hopefully, I'm gonna be a homeowner. That's where my goals are. Definitely, mental health is very important to me. It's still a struggle every day, and that's something I want to work on. And just today I split my jerseys in half, and I'm getting rid of half of my collection. And whatever I get for it, I get for it. And yeah, I have more, but it's not
I respect that, bro. Like being a homeowner is like, to me is like the ultimate grail. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get no bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? Like having a roof over your head, you know, owning an entire house, you know, to yourself. Like that's a big.
Yeah, I want to experience being a father too. That's something I really want to do, and I don't know. I want to leave something behind. You know what I'm saying? To my children if I have children.
Of course.
And if I can't have children, I'm gonna adopt. I want to experience being a father. That's something I think I want to experience. At my age, I just want to. I don't know. That's just one of my goals, man.
Yeah. I appreciate you sharing that, you know, because that's definitely a huge goal, and salute to you, man, for having that goal in place. I know
a smaller goal is make more YouTube videos, keep growing Kings of Throwbacks, and like the whole social media. The only reason I'm on social media is because I run Kings of Throwbacks and Ewing Squad, and if I get out of Instagram, I can't. I have to delete everyone before I delete myself. So I don't want to go through that process, and I can't. I'm not gonna delete Kings of Throwbacks. It's something that is grown to whatever is grown, and it's a community, and I don't want to get lost in the sauce, and I want to keep growing the community, keep it fresh, new ideas, people going live and all that stuff. So definitely want to keep it going.
Yeah, no, we all want you to keep it going too,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
This is what we
I love
do,
Kings.
man. This is all what part of the reason why I'm doing this live is because of Kings, man. I mean, that played a huge role in my and it still does, to my hobby of collecting jerseys and stuff and talking sports with you guys. Like, it's definitely what brings me back to YouTube, is being able to share my jersey pickups and talk jersey news and sports with you guys on there, and even in Jersey Kicks and Lids, just being able to post on there and just kind of I come here to basically distract myself sometimes from real life, you know what I mean? Because I know we all have problems outside of this, and sometimes we just want to step away from that, and kind of go back to something that we enjoy and love. And, we're all sports fans in here, we're all Jersey heads in here. So obviously there's a common ground and understanding of that type of stuff.
Yeah, trust me. And about we've been here for 2.5 hours. Yesterday was on for like 2 hours, whatever.
Yep.
This takes away from the stresses of life, to just lose yourself with good people and have good conversation and laugh and stuff like that. It takes away from just the mental part, the mental health part. This helps me, you know what I'm saying? Having these conversations, even though we're not having, sometimes we have deep conversations, sometimes we just joke around, talk sports, talk shit. It's all good. But for 2.5 hours, I wasn't on eBay. I wasn't on like YouTube watching stupid YouTube videos. I was away from social media, even though we're on social media right now. But to me, I see as just us connecting and having a conversation. I could turn off my brain and all my stresses in life. If I had a bad day, I can for 2.5 hours. I've been entertained. I've been, we laughed. We all shared shit and stuff like that. So this is the reason this shit is important to me. This situations like this lives like this is important to me. I love when anybody goes live on Kings of Throwbacks or on whatever, because it's just life stresses, man. Life sucks sometimes, but shit like this, man, I can just turn off my stress and whatever. My bad, I'm zoning. Go ahead, man.
No, not at all, bro. And I definitely want to echo what you said. No pun intended, Slim. Sorry. I mean, like, just like having, this conversation, like I said, I mean, I'm the same way, that's why, like, when I was mentioning, like, balancing out, my whole social media thing, I didn't want it to get to a point where I felt like I had to meet deadlines, you know what I'm saying? Because YouTube, as I mentioned, is very, like, number statistical-esque now these days. Back then it wasn't like that. It's like you post a video, you get your views. Now you got stuff like, oh, your revenue this month in the last 28 days, went up, it went down, and it adds a lot of pressure as a content creator, even though YouTube says they want you to, like, mentally not get burnt out. And sometimes I find myself mentally getting burnt out, which is what goes hand in hand with balancing, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want it to get to a point where I don't enjoy doing this, because I come here, like you said, I'm sure we all come here to take away our stress and clear our mental, with these types of conversations. And I don't want it to get to that point, because there have been days where like I said, I didn't want to go live, but I felt like, oh, it's Wednesdays. I say I'm going to go live every Wednesday. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to fake it too, yeah.
Exactly.
And another thing I want to say, I've said this before, man. Sometimes you don't have to pull that trigger on that jersey. That money that you saved from that jersey could be in a new experience you have, either going out to a restaurant you guys never done before, going to see a movie, going to fucking the Hall of Fame and meeting up with Slim and Mighty. And like sometimes my goal is I want to have more life experiences because I'm in Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Hartford. I know there's a bigger world out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things I haven't experienced and haven't seen. If I could sacrifice not buying a couple of jerseys to experience a new experience in my life and to see something I've never seen in my life, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could sacrifice a little to gain life experiences, man. That's something I'm more focused on. You know,
For sure. Yeah, definitely. That's a great perspective. You know, looking at it, it's sometimes it's hard. You know, because
it's difficult.
It is. You know, and that's just kind of the battles that we struggle with. You know, when it comes to collecting. You know, obviously. You know, Mighty, I know you've gone through this battle many times, you know, with not pulling the trigger, and then same thing. I don't know if Slim has ever encountered that. He's like smirking over there. He's like, where do I start? But you know, like,
yeah, don't get me started.
It's tough. It's really tough.
I mean, I've told you guys the one story. I don't know if anybody even remembers it, but
I already know what you're gonna say too. Like,
which one? Go ahead.
You went hungry for a fucking jersey. I remember you telling that story.
What happened?
That story that you shared about you went hungry over a jersey.
Oh yeah, the Cal Ripken. Yep, that's the one I was going to say. And speaking of Dewey, he's the one that came in and brought me a couple pieces of Popeyes. Ironically, Rez, Popeyes had a special where they had 2 pieces of chicken for like you could get like 2 thighs, 2 legs. It was just dark meat.
Yeah.
And so you know, even though it wasn't like it was just the fact that he did it. You know, he brought me 2 pieces of chicken and then and a cup of soda. And I remember I could not have felt any more fucking guilty spending $56 on an 83 cal Ripken and had nothing left over at all. Didn't want to watch TV, just laying there staring at the wall like, what the fuck am I doing? I had no job. I had a girl that was taking all my loot. Man, it was I could not have felt more guilty sitting on the side of my bed trying to eat that chicken. And I love Popeye's chicken, and I could not. That's the worst. That's one of the worst things I ever felt.
Yeah.
Over a fucking jersey that I absolutely did not need. I mean, I don't need any of them, you know. I mean, I don't. But it's weird though, man. You know, I couldn't agree more with you, Al, about, you know, the mental. I'm a nut job, man. Like, you know, when I see stuff talking about, like, when I see those things when they talk about symptoms for depression, I remember I looked at something there was 8 symptoms, and man, boy, did I fucking hit all 8 of them, and I'm like, is it me? Is it my jersey collection? Is it my obsession to collect? Is it and it's like you said, and I totally agree with you too when you was like, yo, the hype of following a fucking tracking number and trying to track down the mailman and get your shit. You know, I get so into that, and you know, and it's like I missed this whole live tonight because me and Rob was on the phone. I was on the phone with Rob for 3 hours a night, and I got off the phone with him, and then I just happened to get on social media, and then bam, there you guys are. I was like, oh no shit, they're on tonight. I was like, I forgot it's Wednesday, but you know, so talking to him, it's like, you know, when it's like case in point, you're not on social media. You know, Rob and I were talking about music, Transformers, fucking, he's moving out here. He's going to be a half an hour, 45 minutes from my house. So he's already talking about what we're going to do. We're going to get up, do this, and this. His wife's already like, well, when we get out there, you can see your friends. I don't want your ass in the house, you know, and, you know, so shit like that, you know, so he's down to hang out. And but yeah, I mean, and we were just talking about it. He was like, it is crazy. That's like, I still have jerseys that I got from JB that I got from Lake Show 2 in 2007 when he liquidated. Yeah, I still haven't opened, and it's 2022. Like, you know, what the fuck is that? Like, we got to talking. I remember Eddie called me out right after Mitchell and Ness had that baseball sale in like 2016 or 2017, I think it was. And the like $100 baseball jerseys. And I remember I bought 6, and I bought them in October and didn't open them till March. And I just, you know, what is like for real, like, and then that one live, I remember I went live, one of the first times I ever went live. on the groups, like not on YouTube, but on the groups. And I remember Snacks asking me, "Yo, when do you think enough will be enough?" And it still pounds me in the head today. Like, when's enough going to be enough? You know, and then hearing you talk about, like, I think about all the shit you just said, like wanting to be a homeowner, wanting to be a father. Like, that bothers me more that my dad and my stepmom had to they became grandparents from my sister and not me. Like, I remember my dad asked me, I was getting ready to walk out the door. I was visiting him in Tennessee. And he's like, "Are you even seeing anybody? What's going on with you?" Blah, blah. I was there 3 weeks, and he waits till the last 10 minutes to fucking, you know, badger me about being single and, you know, $200,000 worth of fucking shirts. And, like, I mean, I just honestly, I felt bad. And you know, and right after I found out my sister had the baby, I was like, "Oh, congratulations, Dad." And you know what he says? "Well, I had to get one from somewhere."
Oh.
And I was like,
Damn.
and I love my pops, man. Especially after watching my mom pass, man, with my own 2 eyes. You know, it just made me want to hold on to my relationship with pops even more. And we get, you know, we get along great. We held, before I called Rob, I was on the phone with him for an hour. So we were talking football. If you'd have ever told me that my Harley riding hillbilly hoss dad, you know, was going to be a football fan someday, and he would wear jerseys and we would talk sports, I'd have called you a fucking liar. I'd have lost money. He's a big Titans fan, and we talk it up, man. I can't even tell you how cool that is.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in the 2 seed, and the Eagles are the 7 seed right now. So we're both talking playoffs. We're bullshit, and you say whatever you want, Mighty. We suck. We're beating up on the COVID teams, but I mean, we get in, and it's a whole nother ball game. We'll see what happens, but you know, it's just I don't know what I missed on your guys' live tonight. I see you guys are 2 hours and 41 minutes in. So what did I miss, Rez? Did I miss, you know, before I go on a Mighty rant?
Nah, you're good, man. I was just basically going over my goals for next year, my resolutions for next year, and
resolution.
Yeah, I should have made that the title, actually. But yeah, I was just going over everything, you know, and then now I'm kind of just going, you know, through the room and just hearing what everybody, if they wanted to share some of their resolutions for next year. And then also I just kind of wanted to spend some time recapping this 2021. You know, if you guys wanted to share some of your achievements, some of your memorable moments for this year, you know, the floor is definitely open. I might do another video before the end of the year, which doesn't give me much time, like 2 days before the end of the year. But I was thinking of doing a recap video of this year.
Are you going to drop the Steph Curry?
Yeah. So I actually just got done uploading the raw images and files on my computer. I'm going to probably work on it later tonight. I'm off all week, so I got pretty much time, you know, to do that video. So I'm hoping to do it by tomorrow, and then hoping I could squeeze in one more video and just basically talking about, you know, recapping 2021 and just like some memorable moments looking back on my channel, you know, and just some like goals that I achieved. But yeah, do you guys want to share anything before I go over my list, or you want me to go first, or how do you guys?
I'm happy that I accomplished my Roberto Clemente collection. Something that I wanted to finish. Something I had fun doing. It wasn't just about achieving the jerseys. I got to go to Pittsburgh, do a jersey video in front of the Roberto Clemente statue. That's a highlight for me. Really getting in touch with like history of baseball and history of the Negro League and history of Ebbet Fields and really getting into it. I think my biggest accomplishment is just getting caught up into my Roberto Clemente stuff and getting my some custom one-of-one jerseys made for Roberto Clemente. And I think to me that was the highlight of this year, that I'm proud of a collection that I had fun putting together. It wasn't just like dropping money just to have the set. It's about the experience and going through the motions and actually accomplishing these goals and going the custom route. and to me is the growth of Kings of Throwbacks and watching the community grow the way it is. Reuniting with Slim, you know, we had our differences over dumb shit. That's not even dumb shit. I feel like it was just miscommunication. You know what I'm saying? Having these conversations. You know what I'm saying? With
we're too alike. That's the problem. How many times have we butted heads through like 2-3 times over the years? We're too much alike. That's the problem. We're too much alike.
And
I love you, man.
It's always over dumb shit and stuff like that. And I'm proud of Kings of Throwbacks. I'm proud of the community that we all built. I'm proud of you, Rez. I'm proud of every YouTuber that makes jersey videos. Is dope. Like I think we all should be each other's biggest fans when it comes down to it. Whereas, like I said, don't get caught up with the numbers, man. At the end of the day, like the people that really fuck with you. Don't worry about the people that are not here. That's why I always say. And
by the way, I wanted to say that I like your Phillies collection last night. I didn't get a chance to say anything.
I appreciate that.
The only thing I did want to ask you is I don't remember if you showed it or not. Do you have the 25, the one with the big Jubilee patch? That big ginormous fucking patch.
I sold it because it was a 56 because I want to have my collection actually fit me. So I sold it because I need a 52. So that the biggest highlights is the growth of the community, the growth of the YouTube jersey community, my Roberto Clemente stuff, building stronger friendships with the people here, and to me is it was a tough year for Kings of Throwbacks, losing several jersey heads, and just honoring them. That's the best way we can do. And shout out to Mighty for renaming his Mighty Kingdom, which is awesome. And Slim and a couple guys with the hashtag Wrong Strong, it was really deep, man. So that to me, that it was a low point of the year, but it was also a celebration of Ron and the jersey community because it's just made us all stronger and stuff like that. I'm done here. Go ahead.
You're good. How about the rest of you guys?
That definitely thinking back the moments from this year and what I hope to accomplish in 2022. Ron's passing was definitely a difficult time, and naming the room upstairs, one of my rooms where I house a lot of the jerseys, the Ron room, just felt like the right thing to do, and kind of honor him that way and have his picture there, and just try to remember, and it's so tough to do it, but try to remember the values that Ron had collecting and what he always tried to instill to all of us, and just appreciate what you have and just enjoy it, and don't worry about the detail. Just if it means something to you, you be happy and just enjoy it, because we all go around once, and you got to make the most of what you do, and you got to make the most of your life. And that I think that's something I know it gets lost in the translation a lot, particularly when you're trying to get this, you do forget sometimes what you do have, and the things that mean a lot to you that you were able to accomplish and you were able to get and look at any time you go and look through your racks or closets. And it's not just the jerseys, but just what you do in your everyday life, and just appreciate it. And it is a shame that it does take the passing of people to kind of reinforce that. But that was definitely something from earlier in the year that stands out. But also just hopping on, and being continued a part of the community. Rez, I thank you for the opportunities here when you do these lives on Wednesdays. I know sometimes it's tough because I get on with the views from the Vault guys beforehand and hop into to Rez's live feeds, but it's a great thing. It's a great outlet to speak about different things. And I started the End of Life series this year for my own YouTube channel, and I've had some fun with that. Going to continue with that, and going into 2022, transitioning from one year to another, you do think about the things you want to accomplish, and I think the focus, I would like I've said many a time now, I would like to grow the hockey collection more, add more to there. Not to say I won't go after it, because I will go after football, baseball, basketball. But seeing the price points of some of those jerseys, I'm probably not going to be able to make a move on as much in 2022 as other years, but it's not just going to be about the quantity, it's going to be the quality as well. And I really want to add some of these in there and grow that aspect of it out a bit more. And I got my eyes on a Sharks jersey right now, Rez. I'm hoping that one will be the next hockey jersey coming into the collection.
I'm like Snacks. I won't believe it till I see it.
Insert roll eyes.
Yeah, like Rez, I don't know if you saw a replay or whatever last night. You know, that one that Luca showed, it was Luca, I think, showed it, that one with the captain patch and the 75th anniversary from the 92 season. Oh,
yeah,
dude. That
gotta get
it could be Bob Smith. That fucking jersey was hot. I would rock the shit out of that. As you saw, I already got the fitted. That, can you believe that video, by the way? That I sent you. I was like, oh, you know, I don't have nothing Sharks to represent for your Bay, and then I go digging through my hats, and there's a fucking Mitchell and Ness Sharks fitted, and I was like, okay, I got a problem. I got to do inventory.
I don't know what's funnier, you not knowing that you had a Sharks hat, or you realizing that you had 2 Jerry Rice 94s. So Slim buys the Jerry Rice Mitchell and Ness from the 94 season from me. He's like, I don't think.
Hey, I mean, but it worked out. The other ones, the other one's at fucking Patsy's right now. She's making Ricky Waters. So.
No, and thank you for buying it. But it was just funny because you sent me a DM and you were like, bro, how the fuck did I not know this? And you're holding 2 Jerry Rice 94 jerseys.
Yeah, I've done that with 3 jerseys now. The first time it ever happened, it happened with a Jelly Bean. It happened with Kobe's dad.
Oh my god!
And I was like, I got to get this. And then, you know, this is went up before I got out, and right about the time I guess I started doing videos. And I was like, oh, I'm glad to have this. And then I go looking through my I was like, you kidding me? And luckily the guy, he took it back.
For sure.
Yeah, I swore during this COVID thing. I mean, hell, we had all the time in the world. I told Mighty 1,000 times I'm going to do inventory. What'd I do? Nothing.
Yeah.
I kept going to his house and sitting there watching him sleep.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I am.
As soon as he does this, it's over. And then I watched him one night sleep like this for 2 hours. For 2 hours, he was like this.
Oh,
I'm like, and he's holding his head up, sleeping. And then he looks over at me. I'm like, dude, how do you do it? He goes, oh, well, I was on my way to his house one night. He must have put on the lean and left me. I remember I went live talking to you guys sitting out in his driveway because he was sleeping in the house.
Yeah.
My pops does the same thing.
He got me with that one. I saw him going live. He's sitting in his car outside.
That's
ran upstairs, got the light on. You mentioned the
Good
customs.
times. Don't even get me started on that fucking stuffed animal.
You mentioned that the customs, and I do. I would like to. I know a lot have already got stuff from True Custom, so next year I would like to place an order with True Custom and see, what type of stuff he does. And I am hoping. I don't know if Mac's watching this or not, but all due respect to Mac, God knows we love him, but I'm hoping in 2022 some of these other jerseys that he's been cooking up in the factory can come into the fold.
Yeah, I gotta chime in a little bit. I'm not upset with him, but it just kind of is what it is. I mean, we're heading into 2022, and there's still 2 from that first order from 2019 that I don't have.
Yeah, me too.
And the only reason the purple Barkley was the one that I was like, okay, this is. I remember as a kid just seeing that when they first started wearing that at finals against the Bulls. I watched it as a 17-year-old, 16-year-old. I was like, I gotta have that I had the champion replica, which was all that was kind of available at the time. And the first chance that I get an authentic or whatever you want to call it, custom made, when I decided to go ahead and take the Mac route. So hopefully not too much longer. You know, I need that and the Rodman Spurs. Those are the only two that I got remaining from that order from him. That's stuff I got.
Stoudemire, Raptors,
you know,
and Purple Barkley for me.
His whole thing actually, I know like the delays and stuff is very unfortunate for a lot of us, but for me personally, it's actually worked in my favor. Just because I'm balancing like my wedding and future place. So it kind of worked out for the both of us because, you know, me and Mac, we had this conversation where he was 100% transparent with me and I was 100% transparent with him. I was like, you know, I appreciate you not like nudging me because I actually do still owe him money. Like, obviously, we put down payments to lock ourselves in and have a spot, but I haven't even paid those jerseys off yet. Like, I'm kind of paying him off as he's sending me the jerseys. But I'm not like pushing him to be like, yo, man, where's my son's jerseys? Because he did that Bulls drop. I went crazy. I ordered like, I don't even remember what I ordered. Like, I have to ask him. That's how you know you have a problem. Because like, you know, like I don't, after the last dance, like, you know, I was like, yo, I'm all in. Like, give me a set of this player, you know, and stuff like that.
I tried to get, I got some oddballs from him. Yeah. But including like Jerry Sloan after he passed away. So
didn't you get the NyQuil Jordan?
No, that wasn't me.
Somebody got that. I don't know who did, but somebody ordered.
I talked to Mac about that. He said because it took so long, the dude got his money back. He didn't want it no more. So
what?
Oh
God! Wow. But yeah,
that's when you walk into that random ass drugstore or convenience store, and there it is hanging in the fucking toy aisle.
Yeah,
that Jordan NyQuil number 22. Oh, dude, it was Jordan. It wasn't even Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah. So yeah, like some of my accomplishments, if I could just chime in, like that I've achieved this year. I'm very proud of a lot of stuff that we all achieved, including myself. You know, one thing that I'm really proud of is now being monetized on YouTube. You know, being part of the monetization program was something that I originally set my goals in achieving when I got back into the jerseys. Not just the jerseys, but back into YouTube, like specifically, like I think it was 3 years ago.
You came back in swinging, bro.
I did. And, you know, there was a lot of things that really kind of contributed to that. You know, obviously it was just my current like thoughts about like the sneaker game just really turned me away, you know, and that among other things, you know, like being part of a community that was
you missed us, fucker. Stop lying.
I did. I remember like I would post on Kings. I was like, oh, I miss you guys. And I
tried to drag you back in a couple times, man. It would write like 2000, whenever, 15, 16, something would pop up, Warriors. And I'd be like, oh yeah, Josh would love this. And you would come in and be like, hell yeah. And then you disappear again. I get you back in for a random, like just conversation in a post. And we wouldn't see you again for a little while until someone drug you back in again.
I was always part of Kings, you know, even if I wasn't posting and stuff. I still chimed in every now and then.
Yeah.
I would kind of look at everybody, you know, but I wasn't actively posting, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it was just like coming back really just like to the community. Like you guys are what bring me back here every week. You guys are what makes me put out the content I put out. And, I just don't feel like that with other communities like that I dabble myself in, you know, like specifically with the Jew sneaker community. It's very cutthroat, very like stay in your lane type S thing, you know, type of community. With a jersey game, it's not like that. I don't get that vibe, at least with the guys that I'm live with here.
You're talking about the sneaker game, man. I'll tell you what, it's kind of tough sometimes to watch King's videos. Because, I mean, he's just got so many Jordans that I would just love to have. I mean, in all the original colorways that I remember as a kid. And I'm just like, just don't do it, Mark. Don't do it. Like Transformer toys, like these recreations, don't do it. Don't do it. I tell Rob all the time, I'll get in trouble. And yeah, so luckily I can just, luckily I can stay away. I've been able to stay away from that.
That's how I felt with the Power Ranger stuff, because they started bringing back the Power Ranger stuff in full swing, like in the last like couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was finding myself, man, I was in a tough spot. I was getting in a bad spot because I was trying to juggle that along with all my other stuff. So, you know, that kind of ties back into like balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just keep buying jerseys and just leaving my other stuff like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely want to collect other things, but it's more in an abundance and buying things in moderation. Collecting in moderation, not like buying everything. Swipe, 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 swipe. I'm not trying to do that. Because like at the end of the day, like a lot of this stuff makes us happy. But we work for all this stuff. It's not like this stuff is just given to us. You know what I mean? We actually have to put in the time. We actually have to work. We have to go to our jobs. We have to drive to our jobs. There's a lot of work into this, and I feel like a lot of people on YouTube don't realize it. Like, I was looking at the comment section while King Leo was in here, and he was talking about slowing down. And everybody was saying, "Oh no, say it ain't so." It's like, yo, you gotta understand. Like from a perspective, I personally don't think he's gonna slow down, but yo, like he's a man, he might, you know what I'm saying? But like the fact that he's trying to make an effort and making some lifestyle changes, that's important for him, and I respect that 110%. And sometimes I feel like with social media, that's kind of where the distractions start to play, because then you have people telling you like, "Oh no, you gotta go live. Oh, you gotta make a video. You have to make a video in a couple of weeks." Like, well, what if I was sick for those couple of weeks? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why like I need to understand, and I need to do a better job of tuning that stuff, those type of comments and those types. Not that it's like intended to be like malicious or anything like that, but I perceive it as being a distraction. And I have to do a better job in not taking offense into that. And I have to do a better job in just tuning out and focus on the pace that I'm comfortable working with. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to overwork yourself. And that's kind of that goes.
You'll just eventually resent it and you'll hate it.
Exactly.
You'll start to hate it. Like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, and that's good. That's what's going to happen. Sometimes that's what I find myself doing too. There was one live where I just was not. I went live and my mental was not in the right space. Like I didn't have enough sleep. I had a rough night the night before, and I went live because it was like, "Oh, what's your live stream for tonight?" And I was like, "Shit, I didn't cancel it. Like I can't go back now." Yeah, you can say you're not going to go live tonight. End of story. But I had this like struggle with myself where I felt like I was gonna let everybody down, and sometimes it's like I can't take care of every of the stream if I can't take care of myself. I can't take care of my channel if I can't take care of myself, and that's just point blank. So to anybody that's in the comment section, I just hope you guys understand, like us as content creators, like if you guys don't make videos, you love to watch our content. I appreciate you guys, everybody, every single one of you guys that watch my stuff and that love my videos. But you also have to understand I have a life outside of this, and sometimes I need my time. So respectfully, I ask that you give me my space, because I get comments sometimes. I'm not going to throw anybody's name out there, but I will get comments from people saying like, "Oh, that's whack. Like, how are you going to cancel tonight's live stream?" Bro, I'm not in the right mind space right now. And I appreciate it if you respect that. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I'm at with moving, with the mindset moving into 2022, is just having more of a balance in that aspect of things. Aside from the monetization program, me also connecting with a lot of other YouTube channels, like old familiar and new faces as well. Like King Leo is actually the first one of the first few people. Big John, you guys are all new guys that I just started following recently and talking to regularly on my channel, man. So Bay Area Throwbacks is another one. J Mac, just so many new faces now in the Jersey game, and just part of this community is just a great thing. And I hope to grow it. I do want to grow these live streams because there's a lot of people out there who share the same passion that we do. I can't remember if I met or if I started talking with Sarge this year or last year. I can't remember, but I want to say this year. He's a great guy too. He hooked me up a couple of times on a couple of great pieces. Very knowledgeable with the hockey stuff and his eBay store. And
dude, he was on last night. He was on the entire time.
Yeah, I saw that he was live last night, and he was chopping it up with you guys, which is really cool. Because I know that like his him being part of the military service is a great thing. He has a lot of opportunities that most of us don't have, like being able to travel, being able to show us, from his standpoint, some places like historical landmarks that he's visited and cities and states like that. That's a great thing. If I had the money to do that, I definitely would. That's another thing that I would eventually like to do. Maybe not next year, but definitely very soon. Is I want to be able to travel the world while I'm still young. You know what I mean? And if that means sacrificing a couple of pickups every now and then, I wouldn't change it for the world. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what that's why Rob's moving out here, because his his wife's in the military, and so he gets to travel and see the same stuff that she does. And the way I understand it, Japan might be on their hit list after here, so that'd be cool for him. He sounds excited about that.
That's definitely dope. That's actually, Japan is one place on my bucket list that I'd love to visit. I would love to go to Greece. That'd be another place I'd love to visit. And then, like, in terms of like stateside, like, I definitely want to go to the East Coast. New York is definitely on my list. I'd love to go to Philly, or Pennsylvania just in general is always been
Hall of Fame.
A Hall of Fame. I know Mac was talking about, the National. That's definitely something I would love to try and set up with you guys, and maybe some other Jersey heads that want to hop on. And just being able to travel. I know A-Rock, he was also part of the OG YouTube Jersey community here, and I know he does a lot of traveling these days. But what's dope is that he still wears jerseys. Like, I don't know if you guys follow him on social media, but I think he was wearing I can't remember. It was a Minnesota Vikings jersey. I don't know if it was Randy Moss or Fran Tarkenton. I don't remember, but he was wearing a Vikings jersey out there, and he was like in some other part of the world, which is super dope to me. That's actually something kind of that I wanted to start doing too, is like traveling wise. Like, I'd like to do a jersey video in that respective location that's associated with that city or state or whatever. I think that would be super dope to do. Obviously, if I don't have the jersey of the place, I still want to be rocking a jersey out there and filming a video, because I feel like that would be super dope to do. I know it sounds kind of weird. It might sound kind of weird to some people, but I always thought that would be dope. Like, if I could do a Seattle Supersonics jersey review in Seattle or something like that, I think that would be super dope. But in terms of my achievements, like this year, like, just kind of going back to what I was saying, like, those are the top two that I could think of off the top of my head. That, and just staying consistent with my YouTube stuff, has been a very accomplishing moment for me, and I hope to continue it moving on to 2022. I don't know what happened. I'm like frozen. Can you guys see me? Or
yeah,
you guys ain't moved in since I've gotten on, so y'all looked. Well, wait a minute. Rez just went away.
Rez just clapped himself.
There it is.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, we all look like robots right now.
You know what? Actually, speaking of Japan, there's fox sanctuaries there. I think it would make for I think it would make for an interesting road trip, Slim. You and me. We go to Japan. We go to the fox sanctuaries. You can be surrounded by them. All the faces smiling at you. Wouldn't that be something?
We take Festive and leave his ass there.
Damn, that's messed up.
And the other 12 that are laying on your bed.
Hell, there's a fox sanctuary here.
This motherfucker has stuffed foxes everywhere. Like, I went upstairs and I was like, I'm gonna get. I went up just playing around. I went up to his room. I was like, I'm gonna get Festive's ass. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute, there's 12 of them laying here. What the fuck? Which one's which?
I would have never known.
I wouldn't either.
Everybody has their own fix.
It's the pack. They're all.
Yeah, hey, Rez, to piggyback on what you're talking about, like going to Seattle and unveiling like a Sonics jersey or something like that. Mm-hmm. One that it was on my kind of hit list, and two. And ironically, they're both Wilt, because Mighty lives pretty close to Overbrook. And I thought about not doing necessarily a review there, but just wearing a Wilt in general and standing on the stairwell at Overbrook High School where he went. and Mighty seems to think that he says that that's not a very good neighborhood. So stopping there might not be a good idea. But I'd still do it regardless. But the other one that I like, when he scored the 100 in 1962, he did it in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And it's right up by Hershey Park. And I've been by there quite a few times. And I'm like, fuck. I keep forgetting to bring the jersey because I would do a video there. And I keep forgetting to take the jersey up there with me when I go to Hershey. So that would be a cool one to actually, because the building that Wilt scored the 100 in is still there. They never tore it down.
That's fire. Yeah, no, see, like that's exactly what I want to do. I definitely want to do that with like some of these other jerseys that I have, like that are not of like California and stuff like that. And even with the California stuff, like I would love to get me a Abbott's Seals jersey and do a video like in front of Seals Stadium, because I know Bay Area Throwback, he kind of did that, where he filmed the street where the arena was, where the Seals played. But it's just one of those things. Like it sounds weird, but I think it would be dope, because I did that with one of my Sharks jerseys, where I did the video in front of SAP Center, and I was fortunate because it was like dead. Like usually that area is pretty busy, but this was like during like
COVID, right?
COVID, yeah, like before the vaccines were like available to everybody. So it was like a ghost town. So I got my tripod, and I just so happened to work not too far from the SAP Center, so I went over there, did my video, and it turned out great.
Hey, Snacks, does Ebbets do late 60s NFL?
I have no idea. So when it comes to football, I'm clueless.
I'd like to get some like a 50th anniversary, like a an Eagles, even if they didn't have the patch, just to get like a 68 or a 69 Eagles jersey, because I've got an extra 50th that I took off of Deacon Jones. So
they do the Vikings with the 50.
Yeah, Jim Marshall, that would be a hot one.
Yeah, that's the one I would like to get.
I remember right when I first got into the game with you guys, when Snacks first created Kings, and one of the first and Murph had posted something. It was like, this guy does customs and this and this and this, and he had a Jim Marshall on there, and it was hot as shit. But the guy didn't like the fact that it didn't have a name on it, so it was inaccurate in that aspect. But it was still hot as shit. I was just like, man, that'd be one I'd like to have, and an oddball one that I'd really like to have would be a 69 Dick LeBeau, the old Steelers defensive coordinator. That'd be one I like to have, a Lions number 44 with the plain Jane, nothing.
Do you plan on getting a Madden Eagles jersey?
Yeah.
I hate to admit it, but I'm probably going to do it. I mean, it's easy to do. I was got to do a strip of a McNarick or a fucking Tommy McDonald, and I have both of them. So, and they're both easy recoups. So,
yeah,
why not? I already do some of the preseason oddball stuff. So, the shit that makes no sense. People's like, oh, why you never wore that? Okay, well, whatever. It's not your fucking collection. You worry about your shit. I worry about mine. Like case in point, I love D. Peter Tom Willis. But when I wanted to get that James Brooke, he's like, why are you going to buy that? Nobody cares about that jersey. And I'm like, I do. I was like, okay. And I bought it,
Peter Tom, he's something else. That dude's funny. I have funny stories with him, like going back and forth with our messages and stuff. Like he buys stuff just because he feels bad. Like if he takes a loss, he'll just buy a jersey.
He's a great guy, man. I've met up with him quite a few times. He's the only jersey he had so far that's been in my house. When right after I got some stuff from Mac, he wanted to look at some of the Shooting Star Barclays, and so he's been to my house, and praying for him. Hope he's doing well. It doesn't sound like he's feeling all that. His health and everything might be messing with him a little bit. So I'm hoping he's feeling better. He's like, what are you doing this weekend? I was like, I might be going to mine. He's okay. What about next weekend? Yeah, I'll be free then. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But he's not far from me. I mean, obviously we've hooked up and ate food and stuff. I haven't seen him since week 1 of the season, but
for for sure.
I know he just lost a family member, and I know he lost his dad not long before that, and it just shows that he's like I was clowning, last night just being funny, but buying a 54 from Snacks, and I'm like, yo, you're 48, no, there's no chance you're wearing a 54 Puma. No, it's not happening.
You bought the Falk?
No, he did. So I messaged his ass last night, and he messaged me back at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was surprised because he's not a night owl, so he must have just woke up and saw it.
He sent me a picture of him. He sent me a picture of him.
Oh,
did it fit him?
Yeah, let's go.
Nah, bullshit. He's lying. I told him. I was like, look, man. I was like, I'm not. I said, I'm just making sure that you're first to know that I would take it if you ever decide to move it, and I won't ask him a question about it again. And if he decides one day that he wants to move it, that's what happened with all that other stuff. I take that if you ever decide to move it. I mean, and his timing was like 6 months later, whatever. He's like, hey, I got stuff, and I'm okay. What do you got? I won't heckle him. It's just a beautiful jersey. So so instead of heckling him once a month or I just said something to him last night. Like, anything changes, let me know, man. I was like, maybe we can work something out. Mm-hmm. If not, it's not like I don't have a fucking Marshall Falk. I got the Mitchell & Ness version, but but a nice pro cut. There's nothing like. God, there's nothing like those fucking originals, man. As long as you can find them in good shape, because now they're just, 2022, we're buying jerseys that were made in 98, 99, 2000. And now you just got to hope that the person that had it took care of them and knew how to wash them and stuff.
It's tough.
Hey, Red, can I ask a question to the panel? Since we're all Mitchell & Ness people.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to know the best Mitchell & Ness release of the year and the worst Mitchell & Ness release of the year. Just one jersey. Now that you have, just in general, as a company, what was the best release and what was the worst release? Besides the swingman bullshit, we all know.
Just for this year, you mean? Or
this year. Like, what was the wackest release? And what was the best release that Mitchell & Ness came out this year?
The best was the Brian Dawkins, the white one with those great sleeves.
I think I'm gonna put that that's in the top 5 worst release of Mitchell & Ness.
Well,
in my opinion,
I'm gonna be biased because this player is one of my favorite players, and this was originally one of my top jerseys on my list. And it's funny that they did this because I actually bought the original. Well, before Mitchell & Ness made this one, but it's the alternate D Wade jersey from the 06 season where he won the championship. That to me was their best release this year. In terms of wackest release, like, are we talking about like original like jersey designs? Or are we talking about like all like?
I'm just talking about what you think is the wackest Mitchell & Ness release this year.
Well, the one that comes off the top of my head is that New Orleans Jazz, that the Young Money or whatever jersey, the Bleacher Report. I don't know what the hell.
As a whole, I'm so sick. I'm sick of those. I think the worst idea. If I could name top 5 worst, the Budweiser bullshit, the Hulu bullshit. All the shit that they did with sponsors and shit like that, they're all fucking whack to me. And today, we got a new release on Mitchell & Ness today. We got the Blake Griffin Los Angeles Clippers jersey that looks fucking horrible.
And the Dame Lillard.
I'm like, what? I saw that. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Who's paying money for that?
So I might be the only one in here that thinks this way. I actually don't mind those like collaboration jerseys and modern if it's done correctly.
A Hulu jersey?
No, that's trash. Like I don't like that. I'm talking about like
I'm talking about some of the rapper stuff, of course. Some of the rapper stuff is cool if you're up, but I'm just talking about like the spot, like the Budweiser shit they came out with, and the Hulu shit was the worst. I think hands down, the Hulu thing was I have never seen anybody wear it. I haven't seen anybody post it. I don't know anybody that's. Have you ever guys haven't seen anybody wear a Hulu Mitchell & Ness jersey? I'm sorry, but for some reason I don't know where they're at, but they're somewhere. Somebody's rocking it.
Probably the hipsters out there. I don't know
Oh,
because I've never seen anybody wear those jerseys. You know what's crazy? You know that jersey that Sixers Iverson jersey with like all the I don't know what they have like all his like,
achievements and
yeah, that jersey actually is like I saw somebody wearing that here, like
no.
And I mean, people were just like, oh, like, and all like that thing. I think sold out, right? They don't even have it in stock anymore.
I've seen it in the store.
Really? Would you wear that jersey, Mighty?
It's not really for me. I just
like
like the regular jersey.
You're like, hell no. I love I love Iverson. I wouldn't wear that shit.
Yeah, it's just I'm not about those like different like. I'm just a stickler for what they wear.
Yeah, what they wear, purist.
Other special this and that and the other thing. I don't really. I don't need that. I just want to wear what they actually wore, on the court or field or ice. I would. God, I have to. I mean,
I think to me the them doing college jerseys. Authentic college jerseys. I think it was awesome. I think they should invest more into that. I hope so. Like the Jordan, I know it wasn't a US release, but the Jordan and the Larry Johnson and the Iversons, of course. I think that was awesome that they went that route and they're doing it. I hope to see more authentic college football. It was kind of disappointing to see the Eddie George as a legacy jersey, but if they would have made that into an authentic, I would have hopped on it so quick. If they would have done it right, whatever, like how they did that Rice jersey, that Notre Dame jersey.
Yeah,
they knocked that jersey out the park.
Mm-hmm.
So, the mesh holes, the screen printing on that is fucking amazing. If they would have, I think that was the best of what Mitchell Ness did this year. I think if next year, I hope they invest more into college basketball. Not that Michigan bullshit. I already know they're gonna come out with Michigan bullshit, but yeah, I hope they come out with other players like Patrick Ewing. That'll be dope to see a Georgetown Patrick Ewing and shit like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely feel like the only thing I don't like about the college stuff that Mitchell Ness puts out is like. It seems like they like exclusivity. Like, why is this shit so hard to get? Like, why is it only in stores? Like, wasn't the Iverson Georgetown that they just dropped only in store, not online, right?
Unless it's gone online since.
Let's not talk about that. That shit's gonna fucking go. I'm gonna go to a rant about that shit.
I just like the same thing with Jordan's, UNC jersey. Like that jersey wasn't even
sold. That's a copyright thing.
Was it a copyright thing?
Yeah, for UNC, they're going to only sell it overseas because of the North Carolina shit.
I don't know. Like, to me, that just like
that's whack. To me, why release it if you can't get it?
Exactly. Like, it should be readily available, like on their web, their web store. Like, I don't know. I just feel some type of way. Like, I guess like coming from like the sneaker community, like with seeing all these exclusive shit, I'm just over that shit. Like, I don't want to see it in the jersey game. You know what I mean? Like I didn't come back to the jersey game to pay a premium price from a reseller because it's exclusive or whatever. Like, I came back to it because this is something that I genuinely enjoy and love, and it's much more affordable than spending 400% markup price on a shoe that will probably not even be wearable or come out again in like the next 5-10 years or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it just, I don't know. That was kind of my thought process when I got back into the jersey game. But I don't know what the hell is going on with my computer because everybody has been frozen, and Slim is like, he's like doing this. Like, I don't know if you guys can see me, but he's like been doing this like nonstop.
Slim is not even on the screen right now.
It's crazy because I can see him on the bottom. But like my screen is bugging, so I think I'm gonna start to wrap things up here. But if anybody wants to add in any like last minute goals or accomplishments that they want to share for this year, the floor is still open. If not, I will start with my my ending speech.
Well, I was gonna say, as far as the Mitchell and Ness, I think my favorite one was the Pedro Martinez rookie, the Dodgers, and I think the one that I thought was their worst. Yeah, I'm just not about those. I did think the Eminem Pistons was cool,
I like that one.
but aside from that, I mean, there's the collabs are just always, they just never hit for me. I do wish they would do a rock one once, at least, get the horns up one time. Mitchell and Ness, Deftones Kings would be nice. I thought it was super cool, though, in Kings. I forget who did it. There was a guy in the group that did a Deftones Kings jersey.
Oh yeah.
Remember that one, Rez?
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was
cool.
so. I'm like, God damn, Mitchell and Ness just
That'd be dope.
hook up with them once.
I think the most disappointing has got to be that Roy Halladay, how they did the mesh.
Oh yeah,
I think that was like really disappointing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Snacks.
I wish it was a great idea, but they didn't execute it right.
No, the execution was poor because the vent went too long down the sides. And it's funny because you got your Halliday not far after that. You got the authentic one, the Majestic, and you can see. I mean, you can.
It's night and day.
Tell the.
That's how that's kind of how I felt with the Tomlinson powder blue jersey that they just released. Like, how could you get the mesh wrong? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know that really, like, I was like, bro, like, I would have bought that jersey in a heartbeat. But you guys,
I have it.
Fuck it up.
I got the original.
I want them so bad.
I will say this though, like my Tomlinson collection has grown pretty quickly this year. Actually, there's only, I think the rookie white is the one that I'm looking for, and then the
it's a hard one.
Yeah, that one, and then the powder blue.
The Adidas one,
the Adidas screen print.
Yeah, like I know. I mean, Mitchell and Ness did release his rookie, in the navy blue, but like, I want the set, man. Like, I want the white. You know what I'm saying? And
Jake, you got to talk to Jake. Jake has it.
Jake.
Well, the one Mitchell Ness did wasn't his rookie though.
Really, I didn't know that.
Because the rookie would be pressed on the numbers for time.
Yeah, so it'll be like with the perforations too.
Yes.
Yeah, not like heat press, but the perforation holes.
The blue one I have I guess the Swingman equivalent NFL, Reebok, powder blue Tomlinson, but I also have the powder blue at Mitchell and Ness. Oh yeah. Oh, Big John show.
Oh, you got that one. Yeah.
Dude, wow. I got both the home and away set for a good deal.
That's fire.
Oh.
I have that style in Junior Seau.
Oh, I have a
but I don't have
Seau. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Tomlinsons I have are the Reebok, but they're authentics, but they're the Reebok stitched ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
I need the white one that Big John just showed, and then the other powder blue, the one with the weird neck.
When they change their uniform.
Yeah, when they change. Those are the only I think those are the only two that I need.
No Jets,
Big John's sneaky, though. He'll find stuff. He'll find stuff, Big John. He knows.
Hey, Rez.
What's up?
I just want to tell you, man, I was actually going to wait and show those in 2022, but you know what? When you started mentioning it, I was like, you know what? It's time to pull it out at the right time. So I did it for you, man.
I appreciate that. It ain't like nobody's gonna watch this live anyway. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I definitely want to get. I think there's the two. Those are the only two Tomlinson ones. The Jets jersey I thought about getting, but I definitely want to complete his Chargers one because he was one of the few running backs when him and Frank Gore. I was just like, yo, these guys are beasts, man.
LT was.
That's what I need, Rez. I need an authentic his I guess his rookie, the drop shot like that Frank Gore. Like the Terrell Owens jersey, like that one.
Yeah, I have one, but it's not my size. Unfortunately, it's a size too big. So I was gonna actually get that. I was debating on getting that tailored or signed.
So can we get an update on the Jerry Rice raffle?
Yeah. So all slots have been filled as of today. So I will probably be doing a live. If not this, I want to do it like on the weekend. Hopefully, I'll probably do it either on my Instagram or here on YouTube, and I will document everything. There's a couple of things that I have in mind, and you guys could chime in on this, like of how I want to do the raffle. Like, obviously, I want to have my live here and then also my live on my phone. But I'm thinking like if I should just do one raffle where it selects the winner once if I spin the wheel, or if I spin the wheel multiple times until it spells out like a word or something like that. Like, I don't know, because I've seen people do it where like they'll like the first person to get to that spells out winner wins this jersey or whatever, or this prize or whatever.
I think you should do one spin, and because you don't like with me, I don't care how you do it. I trust you or whatever you do it, but you know how people are. I don't know who the hell got spots. I think you should just do, if you're gonna do the wheel, just do the speed one. Don't do the slow one. Put up the speed, click it one time, and the winner is the winner. Because if you try to do too much, people are gonna be like, nah, but you know this and that. Just make my two things, because I see so many raffles. Do the speed, put up the speed so it won't go slow. So it'll just go really, really fast, and it'll go real, but it's not slow. It takes a while, but at least it's more suspenseful. And two, make sure you randomize. I think the most important part is randomizing the names as many times as you can. Like, we'll vote on a number. How many times you randomize 5 times, and just randomize it. Boom, 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 boom. Just don't write it down and just let the wheel go. I think you should randomize the names a couple times and then boom, and just spin it one time and let it go. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion, because if you do try to do some like crazy shit with it, people are like, nah, that's not fair. Remember, somebody's gonna complain about losing. So everybody's gonna lose. Someone's only gonna be one winner. I don't care about win or lose. I did it to support. But I know I've seen plenty of raffles. If you do it some crazy way with different rules and this is that and this, confusing people, and you're gonna have a million questions. But what happens if I did? I'm like, bro, just do it one spin, let it ride, and the winner's the winner.
For sure.
That's my advice.
I'll definitely take that into consideration, because I'm trying to explore all like fair options of how I want to do it. Obviously, the most fair thing to do is to do a spinning wheel. I don't want to like put it in a box and then or get like raffle tickets and then write everybody's number and then shake the like. I don't want to do that. I've seen that happen, like with a lot of sneaker lives and stuff like that. And
because if you drop it by mistake or something happens, or just do the wheel, randomize it, press it one time, and let's ride.
Yeah.
To keep it suspenseful is to spin it really fast, and it takes a while to slow down. It takes a while before it gets a winner. I think that's the most suspenseful thing you can do. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, it doesn't matter if I win or lose. I just did it to support what you got going on.
I appreciate that. I really do. And I will most likely have this a winner chosen before the end of the year. That's probably one of my. Maybe I'll do it on New Year's Eve or something like that. But I'll definitely be going live. I'll be posting on all my social medias. I will be messaging all the participants as well, see if they want to be a part of it. If any of the participants are in here, you don't have to be attending that live to win. Just throwing it out there, because some people were like, oh, damn, I can't. I need to know, that way I don't miss it. Whether you're there or not, I will reach out to you if you win. You know what I'm saying? And if you lose and you're wondering, I will let you know. I will save the live, and I will keep you guys informed. But I will definitely be doing more giveaways pretty soon. I'm thinking of doing one once I hit my 2K. I'll probably be doing a free giveaway for that one, just to kind of show my appreciation to everybody. Like the crazy thing about it, Snacks, is that like I get hit up today when I post on my story that the raffle has been closed because all slots are filled. These people are hitting me up. Oh, is their slot still open? I'm like, bro, you had like a month to
I
send
think
me.
longer than a month.
Yeah, like
Shit.
2 months, bro. And you're hitting me up now, bro. I'm not gonna throw any names out there, but there's a member in Kings who messaged me multiple times. He reached out like in the beginning and was like, bro, I really need this. I'm a huge 49ers fan, blah, like told me his story. I was like, great, this is perfect for you. He sends me a picture of him and Jerry Rice. I'm like, yo, this is definitely down your alley then.
Didn't pull the trigger, right?
Didn't pull a trigger, right? He hits me up like 3 weeks later. Oh, sorry, bro. I've been really busy. I've been in the process of getting a new car with my wife or something. Gives me this story. I'm like, it's all good. Still got like a couple of spots open. And he goes, all right, I'm going to ask my wife when she gets off work. I'm going to send her a text. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, bro, it's $20, dude. You spend hundreds of dollars asking questions on Kings, looking for authentics. It's like Mitchell and Ness authentics, and you can't bother to send $20. Like, it just boggled my mind, dude.
Yeah, it's like I always say, if you want something, just fucking go for it. If you don't want it, you know what I'm saying? His next to like, what's your PayPal? All right, I'm sending it right now. Boom, boom, boom. That's it.
It's $20 fucking dollars though. Like that's what it like boggles my mind, bro. Like, I don't know. Like everybody that said they would be interested in participating, I could name 5 people off the top of my head that said they were definitely interested and that they would do it. And then the moment I say, it's a $20 buy-in, I hear nothing. And I'm just like, bro, like everybody wants a free handout.
Yeah, but that's the scary part. Like you're trying to do something good and somebody could get a great deal, but people need to understand there's only going to be one winner. And if you lose, don't be a sourpuss, or don't be trying to fucking contact PayPal to try to get your $20 back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you lose, you lose. Whatever. Either you're doing it to get it, you're doing it. Like I said, I'm doing it to support. If I win, great. If I lose, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things. Like, you're gonna get. I'm sorry, I don't want to be the negative guy, but there's gonna be one person that's gonna be in their feelings about losing $20 because they lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm already kind of anticipating that, and if I get approached like that, I'm just gonna send them a screenshot of the original post. I'm like, read the rules,
Yeah, before you even do it, just remember, disclaimer, just letting you know. Thank you for the support. You know what I'm saying? There's only gonna be one winner.
Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do moving forward, though, like if I do any other giveaways where there is a payment or something required, I think what I will do is I'll probably give everybody who participated maybe like something small, it's like a consolation prize or something. Nothing too expensive, just something very like.
That's why you need a logo. Get some stickers.
Exactly. Like that's what I plan to do. Like, and just kind of throw in like some swag or some stickers or something like that, and just be like, hey, thanks for the support. But I gotta get a logo, so that's definitely gonna be in the works in the near future. But it's just like I said, just boggle my mind, dude. Like people fucking are so cheap where they can't even like they're willing to spend hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands of dollars on a jersey, but they can't even support a local homie for $20. Like,
and it's not even about being cheap sometimes. It's about like, yo, like why you hype it up that you're gonna be down? Like, just don't say like I said, I don't waste people's time. It's just like, yo, if you're really about it, just send the fucking payment. If you're not, don't be like, give me the runaround and then get upset after all the slots are full. That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, like I got hit up by at least 3 of the 5 people. Bro, am I too late? I could send you payment now. Sorry, I forgot. And I'm like, dude, this freaking this raffle that I've been hosting
3 times, like almost like 3 times a week. I see it on your Instagram.
Yeah, like I try to post it every day. Like I'm trying to get this raffle closed, and then I got people hitting me up like, yo, like when are you gonna do the raffle? I'm like, I'm trying to fill these spots up. I do apologize. I didn't expect it to take this long, but I'm working on it. And finally somebody hit me up today and was like, yo, I'm going to buy the last 3 slots. I'm like, great. He sends me the money, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, one person got 3 slots?
Somebody bought 3 slots. Yeah.
That's genius. That's smart.
Yep. So he has 3 out of 15 chances, higher chance than everybody else. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Going live here 3.5 hours. I do want to give a huge shout outs to everybody that was live with me tonight here on screen, as well as in the chat. You guys are part of my last live stream of 2021. So I'm very humbled. Hope you guys, if I don't see you guys before then, I hope you guys have a wonderful, happy New Year's. Celebrate, be safe. You know, I know with this new COVID variant, I know a lot of places are getting shut down. So I hope you guys do plan to be safe if you guys do plan to go out, you know, New Year's Eve. But I'm going to be staying at home, probably having a couple of drinks and, you know, maybe just kind of celebrating a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much. Do you guys have anything you want to say before I wrap it up?
I'll go ahead. Big John been trying to say something. Go ahead, John.
Sorry, John. I can't see you, bro.
Oh man, I just want to say this, man. I'm happy I met you guys this year. You know, this is my first year being a part of the Jersey community, and you know, one of my goals when I first joined this community was to, you know, get to know the people, and I'm happy. You know, I met you, Rez. Of course, thank you for giving me a platform, you know, to come on here, and you know, I really enjoy your lives, and of course, Throwback King with his group, Kings of Throwback, as well as Slim with Jersey's Kicks and Lids, and of course Mighty's lives on Kings. I really enjoy his marathons, and you know, I just love you guys, man. You guys are more than just friends to me, man. You guys are like my brothers, and you know, we're family, and I just want to say, man, I love you guys so much, and I can't wait till 2022 gets in here, and I hope everyone, you know, has a great, you know. Hopefully everyone has a great 2022 as it's coming.
You too, Big John.
I appreciate you, Big John, man. Thank you, man.
Minister.
By the way, man, y'all, like I said, if you don't want to be a Bears fan anymore and you don't want to be an Eagles fan, you guys look great in silver and black.
Oh.
I'm just letting you guys know.
I love my Bears.
I'm glad you and
dark side.
I saw POB enjoyed it too. So you know, little love for John Madden there. So had to rock the silver and black tonight. But by the way, at Throwback King, I just want to let you know that this card's crazy, man. This is
Oh, I forgot I put that in there.
Yeah, you put that with the package. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Man, I can't even see, guys.
He's got his own trading card.
That's crazy. That's cool.
Well, Rez, man, thank you again for this live. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.
Of course, guys. I appreciate everybody, man. Like I said, if you haven't done so, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification to stay updated as soon as I post anything as well. You guys are part of the last live stream. For those of you who are wondering, if this is your first time attending one of these live streams, I usually do them every Wednesdays from 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check me out. It's different topics every week. Also, check out these guys' channels as well. They have great content on their own respective channels. So that's it for me, guys. Have a wonderful New Year's, and we will see you all next year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Guys.